Gingery. One of the most common questions I receive is, what makes us different from other law firms?
At Gingery, Hammer & Associates, we handle your case from beginning to the end.
Whether your case reaches a settlement, whether it must go into litigation, or whether it has to go all the way to trial, we will be with you along the entire way. And because we are committed to your case, we are as invested as you are in making sure you get the outcome you deserve.
When you get an injury, just call Gingery.
Progressive presents the Museum of You.
We begin our tour with a unique piece, a relic from the early big screen television era. Remarkable. Next, we find a juicer, which historians believe has only ever been used once. And finally, compact discs from the emo era. A rare find indeed.
Some things should be history, but until then you could protect what's important to you and save by bundling your auto insurance with a renter's policy from Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run because Granger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Granger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRANGER, click Granger.com, or just stop by. Granger, for the ones who get it done.
Now through August 31st at Big O Tires, receive $80 to $120 in instant savings on 4 select in-stock Netson, Nitto, or Sumitomo tires with installation purchase. Disposal fees extra, not good with other offers. See your locally owned Big O Tires dealer for pricing.
KHTK HD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento.
Sactown Sports, 1140, your local sports leader.
This is the Drive, baby!
The Drive Guys, Kevin Gleason and Alan Stiles. It's drive time with the Drive Guys.
Yeah, thanks for opting in. We appreciate it. It's the Drive Guys getting underway. I don't know about you, Alan, but I'm getting a little bit excited. Maybe more excited than I should be about 49ers game this week and about the start of the NFL season. It's bearing down on us.
Now, I know we just had our sport court yesterday about preseason, but why are you excited about the Niners preseason specifically? Just to see, because we haven't seen anything about who's playing, not playing. We know the main guys probably aren't playing, but is there something in particular, or is it just seeing the red and gold on that field?
Part of it is having Coach Harbaugh, as part of the mix. It brings back a lot of memories.
Who's got it better than us?
Yeah, I mean, that was an incredible story. It just kind of flamed out pretty quickly. Mm-hmm. But, that team was so terrible, or at least we thought we were, and he came in and boom, going to the NFC Championship game. Boom, going to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Boom, back to the NFC Championship game. Boom. Okay, well, things started to fall apart.
Yeah.
Very intense.
Isn't that how it happens a lot in football? There's one or two tweaks that happen, and then all of a sudden, we're back, baby. Mm-hmm. And then if you don't hit it in that moment when you're quote-unquote back, that's when things can get a little bit squirrely. Case in point, the Lions. I've said it multiple times. I don't know what to do with the Lions, but they stunk for so long. They get some new guys in. The OC is rocking. Head coach is biting kneecaps. You make the trade for Jared Goff. Gibbs, they got Sonic and Knuckles going on. Amon-Ra. We're back. We're back. But the problem is that you have that run, and it's really tough for teams to pick up the pieces once that initial run happens. Now, the Lions haven't fallen off.
Right, they were 9-8.
Right, they haven't fallen off the tracks like the Harbaugh Niners did. But all these teams that have these initial runs, and this is what, funny enough, speaking of the Lions, this is what Ben Johnson said. He said, we're probably going to regress this year, and people are going to wonder, hey, what's going on with them? But they are another team where they had the hot start. We've arrived. We've stunk for so long. But what do you do after that initial run? That's the biggest thing, the separator between a fun run and, this team is legitimately here for the next whatever amount of years.
Alan, you've touched a nerve for many 49er fans. I don't know if you meant to do this, and then you kind of scurried on to talking about the NFC North. But when you talk about, hey, sometimes you come in and then whoosh, you have your period here where you're contending and then you don't get it back. I mean, for 49er fans, obviously, having lost 2 Super Bowls narrowly, that's kind of a scary thought.
But they have bucked the trend so far, right? albeit with different injuries, by the way. Mike Evans had he had multiple things iced up. It says it's quad. Okay. I saw something about his ankle. So the Niners have been different as much as, much to my chagrin. They've been able to buck that trend, and they'll have a down year here or there, mostly due to injury, but they have sustained even though they didn't get to the mountaintop. We've joked about the Eagles, how I thought when the Eagles didn't get it done, even though Jalen Hurts played well, hey, this is over. Sirianni, this thing is a ticking time bomb. Somehow they pulled it off and got back. But it is very rare.
I just saw an interview before the show started. It was an interview, I'm not sure how recent, with Steve Mariucci, and he was talking about Kyle Shanahan and, what his legacy will be. And obviously nobody knows yet, but he said, you have to worry if he doesn't get a Super Bowl victory here. Maybe he goes somewhere else eventually and ends up like Andy Reid, where in Philadelphia it was like, he's a bum. And then, he starts a dynasty somewhere.
I think the difference is, and this leads us right into the conversation where I wanted to go. Because Brock Purdy, the time is now for you. The difference between Andy Reid and Kyle Shanahan so far has been Andy Reid. He had some really, really good quarterbacks. We just talked about Mike Vick being on the lefty
Donovan McNabb
Hall of Fame. Donovan McNabb, who was another great. Then Alex Smith, who was solid. But then he got, in Andy Reid, one of, if not the best quarterback of all time.
Are you comparing Brock Purdy to Patrick Mahomes?
What I'm saying.
That's the nicest thing you've ever said about him.
Hold on.
The nicest thing Allen's ever said about Brock.
It's not the nicest thing because I didn't say it. What I'm saying is, though, that Kyle Shanahan has his guy. And Andy, I don't know, the Donovan McNabb thing was probably the best comparison because they got Michael Vick. Obviously, he was coming back from everything that had transpired, and he was, comeback player of the year, all of these things. Then that fizzled out a bit, but it was almost dang near, if I remember correctly, kind of close to found money with Michael Vick because nobody knew what it was going to be after he served his time and all of that. Then when you get to Kansas City, the Niners had essentially moved on from Alex Smith, and we understood, that was the Kaepernick time. So we understood that there was a ceiling to Alex Smith. I don't know that Andy Reid, outside of Donovan McNabb, felt like he had his guy. Now, yeah, he was blessed with Patrick Mahomes out of all the guys, so I'm not comparing Brock to Mahomes, but what I am saying is that Shanahan would say he has his guy. When we do the Andy Reid comparison, I don't know that he ever had his guy. Shanahan would tell you, I have him now, so no excuses.
Shanahan might say, in that first Super Bowl, I didn't really have him.
Exactly. And now, obviously it didn't work out with Trey. So now you say, all right, I think the biggest difference is Shanahan has everything that he wants.
Coach Harbaugh did have his guy and came that close to win it, but
I know
they didn't. By the way, did you see that Jim Harbaugh says he wants to meet Brock Purdy?
I saw that. Yeah. Hopefully Shanahan, is there a thing there? Shanahan has to introduce him. Why can't he just walk up to him? What is that?
I don't know. Maybe it's a thing like, well, he's a coach and I don't want to overstep. So I'm hoping the coach.
I could see if it was college, hey, hop in that portal. I'll see you next year with the NIL. There's nothing they can do. You got Herbert. Now, I think it would be different if Shanahan said, I want to meet Herbert. Can I meet Justin Herbert in that arm? Right? Or if he said, my favorite song by Madison Beer is the Whisper song.
Yeah. I'm wondering if, I know the answer, but I have a Kevin 7 today of the best rookie seasons by quarterbacks ever with your guy. Fernando Mendoza apparently did well today. So I wonder if Justin Herbert's rookie season is going to end up on that list. Around 6 or something like that.
Okay.
But, Jay, do you happen to have, I know I sent this to you and we haven't talked, so I don't know if you've had a chance to check it. Do you have the Harbaugh comments? All right, Jim Harbaugh was asked about oh, you don't have that. Okay. I sent it to you on the, so we can get that at some point. But Jim Harbaugh was asked about, Kyle Shanahan. I think it might have been Grant Cohn who asked him. Then your guy Lombardi actually posted it too. But I guess that's fair, right?
Well, remember I asked you, or we had that conversation about posting somebody else's question and not tagging him, but Lombardi is not going to tag Grant.
That's a kind of, it's a little muddy, isn't it? It's unclear because he is there.
It depends on who you ask.
Uh-huh.
Right. I mean, I was told Lombardi, based on what I was told, Lombardi's in the clear. He does not have to mention he who shall not be named.
Yeah, but I believe Grant Cohn was the one who asked the question. And it was interesting. We do have that? We do have that. Yeah, here is Jim Harbaugh responding to the question, what do you think of Kyle Shanahan?
What makes Kyle Shanahan a good head coach? What do you admire about his work?
Proof's in the pudding. It's just right there. It's just been just always really, they're always just really good, and if something isn't, then it gets fixed ASAP. Could be the next week, could be 2 weeks, but it's not much further past that, and it's never been consecutive years, so I think it's a really good way to judge coaches.
Yeah. He's such an unusual guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he knows it too.
Uh-huh.
I'm not saying he plays it up. I think it's legit, but he knows it.
Mm-hmm.
He just, everything, and this has been for a while too. It's just, I feel like it got a little quieter at Michigan just because it's not the NFL, even though Michigan is Michigan. But now he's back in the forefront.
Mm-hmm. And he's had success everywhere.
He has. Is he, would you say, out of because we compare coaches, right? You have the coaches that are the OCs. And I think mostly the coaches that are OCs get put into the pile of, okay, you have a certain level of control because your offensive coordinator doesn't call plays. You do. But it's as if you have OCs, you have former DCs, and then you have the guys that are kind of the people managers, the Nick Siriannis and guys like that. Is Harbaugh the best version of that?
He's the really good version of the CEO because you just go back to some of the 49ers, and he brought the staff that he had at Stanford, and he had Greg Roman, and he had Vic Fangio, and they ran the offense, and they ran the defense. It wasn't like, well, he's the coordinator, but I'm really running the show.
Right.
Yeah, he's had great coaching staffs. By the way, I learned the most amazing thing about Jim Harbaugh this week, and I learned it listening to the Carmichael Dave show. Did you know, maybe you knew this, it stunned me, I had to look it up. I thought, there's no way. And it's true. Jim Harbaugh, in his NFL career, more yards rushing than Bo Jackson.
Definitely did not know that.
I didn't either. In fact, when I heard it, I thought, well, that can't be right.
You looked it up?
Yes. And it's 5,800, and it's close, but he actually has more career. And, he played 14 years, and your guy, I know.
Right.
I'm sorry to say this because I know Bo's way up on your list of your favorite guys.
Man.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, good for Jim. That just speaks to how injuries can get you.
Right.
Short-lived.
He had a long, long career.
Yeah. And I don't know, that longevity will definitely carry a lot of weight for not just fans, but obviously when you do become a coach and how people kind of treat you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Captain Comeback, they used to call him when Harbaugh played.
Yeah, I did not see that one.
No. Now, if I were you, at some point I'd look it up. Because my mind is still going, your mind's playing tricks on you.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Yeah. He can boogie a little bit.
So where's Kyle Shanahan on the all-time list of 49er coaches? He's not Walsh, but he's got to be ahead of Harbaugh, right? Although neither one of them won a Super Bowl.
Yeah, but Shanahan went to 2.
Mm-hmm.
And even just the level of success that Shanahan has had. Harbaugh had some high highs.
But Shanahan had those bleak years that Harbaugh never had. I agree with you, but, when Shanahan first came in, they were bad for a couple years.
Yeah. I mean, he was building it, though.
Mm-hmm.
But it also depends on how things are when somebody leaves, right? Now, obviously, no one's going to leave you wouldn't think, after an NFC championship. But things got bad for Harbaugh. They didn't end in a very strong way.
Mm-hmm.
So that's part of it as well.
Yeah. Well, we'll see if, obviously, maybe this is the year for Kyle Shanahan because you have the great John Middlecoff, I think he was on the Herd. He's a former scout. I was lucky enough to actually be there when he started his media career. He's a big star now. But he says 49ers are going to win the division.
Yeah, here's the thing, though. He says, here's the quote. I got the Niners. Okay. We have Middlecoff, and yeah, his reasoning is a little sticky then for me.
I got the Niners winning the NFC West.
Wow.
I know we think the Rams are the 27 Yankees. Seattle's just going to cruise to back-to-back championships. Football doesn't work like that. It never has. This is not baseball. You don't just plug and play players. Things can get weird. Obviously, Stafford's injury history is a thing of concern. Mike McDonald keeping these guys motivated. Kubiak was a huge, huge reason for Seattle's success. He's now gone. They replaced him with a first-time play caller. They were 7-2 last year when Purdy starts. Here's the other thing. You know who the 49ers beat a lot? The Rams. Kyle Shanahan's record against Sean McVay speaks for itself. Oh, yeah, Seattle that won 14 games and lost 3. You know where one of those losses came? In Seattle against the 49ers. So it's not like the 49ers are intimidated by Fred Warner coming back, Christian McCaffrey, another season healthy, Nick Bosa, Mykel Williams. They got defensive reinforcements, so I got the 49ers.
Flawless. What's the problem, Alan? Flawless reasoning.
The only thing that I kind of felt him on was the idea of a first-year play caller in the Seahawks. I feel him on that. But the Rams thing, he basically just said, this isn't baseball.
He's right.
Which is
and he's right.
He's not even right because baseball isn't even like that. I think, honestly, basketball might be the most. I think he meant to say basketball. Baseball's not really like that, but that's besides the point. And somebody said, so he's going to say that the Niners are going to win because and just ignore all of the negatives that the Niners have had, which is obviously the injury bug. So I don't know why. I don't even fully disagree that the Niners have a chance to do it, but the idea and his reasoning just didn't make a ton of sense to me.
Are you saying that he's just kind of trying to be a contrarian and go against the grain a little bit?
Here's a quote from
what you're saying?
Quote, things can get weird.
Yeah.
Football doesn't work like that. It never has. It's not baseball. You don't just plug and play players.
No, that's true.
I am not even saying.
I texted him, by the way. I just haven't heard back from him. But
I'm not even saying that the Niners winning the NFC West isn't realistic. I'm saying his reasoning is almost like he's trying to find something because the Rams and Seahawks are legit. Just say, I just have a feeling. Mm-hmm. You would have been better off saying, I have a feeling, than what he said.
He pointed out that your new head coach is going to be sorely missed in Seattle.
Yes, definitely. And now, I will say this. The other thing that he brought up, so he did have 2 points that I feel him on. The first one is the new play caller in Seattle. We do know, as we've seen with the Eagles multiple times, especially when Sam Darnold's a good quarterback, he is not one of the greats. So guys like Jalen Hurts, Sam Darnold, when you are taking away play callers, there is a little bit of a learning curve there. I know a lot is about the defense. And the running game, he didn't even mention that they lost their Sonic and Knuckles. Now they only have whatever Charbonnet would be, Sonic or Knuckles. And the thing he said about the Rams that I do agree with them on.
Might be Sonic, Knuckles combined, might be Suckles.
Mm-hmm. You stick with that one.
Okay.
You can have that one.
All right.
Is the fact that he brought up that the Niners do beat the Rams a lot. And I don't know what it is, but McVay, I don't know if there's the Yankees are my daddy or something.
That's big.
But there is something weird. McVay, it's almost like they flip. Games that the Rams have no business losing to the Niners, they lose. And then games
that certainly happened last year there.
Right.
On that Thursday night?
Was it the Mac Jones game?
Yeah.
Where he went crazy on him.
Yeah.
Then in certain situations, games where the Niners are in a better position, whether it's at home or whatever, the Rams will get them. But I think on paper, more often than not, the Rams, it feels like they've been in more opportunistic situations to beat the Niners, and they have not converted for just random reasons. So it wasn't a crazy take, but I did feel like there was just more of a feeling of, I don't know, I just kind of have a feeling.
By the way, Jim Harbaugh, 2,787 career rushing yards. Bo Jackson, 2,782. So Jim Harbaugh had 5 more career rushing yards.
Yeah, that's a good, because that's the thing. If you ask that for trivia or something like that, everybody would say, you'd have to put it with like 4 people.
Yes.
Who's got the most rushing yards out of these 4?
Or rank these or something.
And put Jim, Bo,
and
then 2 other guys, and then everybody would say, well, it ain't Jim Harbaugh, right? It's probably Bo.
Yeah.
So I know somebody out there owns an establishment that does trivia, so you're welcome. Everybody's going to like that one. Right in time for football season. By the way, speaking of injuries, I know it was a little confusing with Mike Evans, Whitey. Here you go. Nick Wagner, 2 hours ago. Mike Evans just got his left foot / ankle wrapped and iced. Looks like his practice is done for the day. Okay. Then a couple hours later, or a little bit later, Evans is indeed done for the day, but took the wrap off his foot and is watching the rest of the session from his sideline. He has moved the ice pack to his left quad.
Okay. So you got a number, little ding,
dinged up a little bit. People are worrying.
That sounds to me like tightness. That's what that
There's
sounds
a lot going on. Got to look out for it. You might catch it too. I know. Why are you going to text me tomorrow morning? Alan, I got some tightness. You're going to have to do this one solo.
Yeah, that kind of goes without saying. Yeah, that's a given.
I got some tightness, Alan.
The scary thing about the Rams to me is I think last year, they were legit, and then it looks like there's every reason to think they have gotten better in some important ways.
Yes.
A lot of times when you're trying to predict how one team's going to do in the NFL year to year, and you have to look at, well, they're going to regress because of this or that or that. Like the Bears, a classic example. Their defense wasn't very good last year. How are they going to keep it going? They lost their center. The center's gone. They traded DJ Moore. So you could see how that might be tough for them to get to 11-16. The Rams, there's no reason to look at them and go, other than unforeseen reasons like injury, there's no reason to think, I don't think they're going to be as good as they were last year. They look like they're going to be better.
Right.
And the 49ers could be better, but they've got some things they have to figure out in order to be better. And even if they are better, if the Rams are still better, they're still not as good as the Rams necessarily.
Yeah, I think for the last couple seasons, it more so has felt like, maybe not even last season, because the Rams, they were in a good position. They just couldn't get it done. But it did feel like the Niners cruised for a bit where their ceiling was higher than maybe everyone else's in the NFC. With Brock and Kittle and the whole crew and CMC, that is no longer the case. I do not know if the Niners have the highest ceiling in the NFC. Now, when you have the highest ceiling, that doesn't mean that you are going to be the best team, but it means that you have a pretty solid opportunity. So now the Niners are in a different spot where they have to try to win it, knowing that on paper, there are a couple teams here that everybody believes are actually better than them. And I don't think it's been like that for a lot of this stretch.
By the way, Holistic Fields 90 says, I completely agree that Stafford is a mystery. I'm surprised his back and body stayed as healthy as he did last season. I think Father Time gets him and he misses at least 4 or 5 games.
Just keep saying it, and then maybe it'll happen. Because
Middlecoff points that out, and Alan's like, nah, he's grabbing at straws.
Last season, he had a crack back, or he was not even supposed to play. Everyone was, oh my goodness, Jimmy is going to have to throw to Devontae Adams again.
Remember in the preseason they kept him in some tank or something in a trailer.
He was in a hibernation chamber.
Yeah.
And he played every game
pew, pew,
and won MVP.
Yeah.
So keep hoping. I mean, obviously not hoping for injuries, but we can keep talking about it, but I don't know if it's actually going to happen. And I want to see, you want to be the best, beat the best. And I know they didn't win the Super Bowl, but yeah, you want to see them at full strength.
Yeah, and you look at what happened in the postseason when the 49ers played Seattle, and obviously the 49ers were very shorthanded, and they had none chance. But then in the NFC title game, Seattle won, and they went on to win the Super Bowl. Obviously, that was a great freaking game.
It was.
31-27.
It was a solid game.
Great game.
Yeah, it was a solid game. And then you have the NFC, like I said, the NFC North. Does any of any of those teams figure it out. I'm not sure about that, but yeah.
You know that your guy, Jared Goff, got sacked 38 times last year? He got sacked a lot.
He used to be able to move a little bit. I know he's a little older now, but he had a little wiggle back in his day. Wiggle looked like it's gone.
Maybe a little.
No, he had some wiggle. He was running the option and stuff sometimes. He was. No, he was.
You mean like when he ordered on DoorDash? Oh, I got
he
a couple
was.
options here. I think I'll go with the sweet potato fries.
Yeah, now I gotta. I'm telling you,
he's no Jim Harbaugh when it came to running the ball. I'll tell you that.
And people know him from his days at Cal. 916-339-1140. Did Jared Goff have a little bit of wiggle? Jay, didn't he have a little bit? Jay.
No. I don't think he did, Alan.
Where at?
Yeah.
Cal?
I thought he had some. I'm telling
Jared Goff was had much wiggle as Caravan had dribble.
I'm saying it's kind of similar. Like, you're right.
You're about right.
No, you're right. In that, they could do. I'm looking here. Yeah, I'll find his rushing. But
he
a lot
might
of people,
have,
a lot of
on a
people
broken
know this
play
already.
gained 9 yards once.
He's
multiple times.
Maybe.
Well, the wiggle he did have is now gone.
I don't think they ever had him running a lot of RPOs. Maybe I'm wrong, but
when it was hot back in the day, he was part of it too.
Remember the Wildcat when no one could figure out the Wildcat?
Yeah, those were the days. Bring it back. Bring it back, man. I'm telling you. Yeah, here you go.
RG3 and the Wildcat. Look out.
So Jared Goff, in 2018, he had 108.
Woo!
I'm telling you.
Alan, he didn't
Jared
have
Vick.
He's upright. He's a pocket guy.
Yeah, he's a pretty pure pocket
yards,
passer.
they don't really tell the whole story, right?
I'm trying to meet you halfway.
2022, he had 73 rushing yards.
Oh, well.
2021, 87. Mm-hmm. You guys, you remember a little something.
Move over, Kyler Murray.
You could see a little bit. And guys they didn't run like that. You get typecast a little bit.
I'm just trying to think who it is you're thinking of.
I'm thinking of Jared.
Aaron Rodgers went to Cal, and there was a time when he was younger, he could move a little bit. He can't now.
Yeah. He had 99 when he was the last season with the Rams. There's a little something to him. People know. People know.
Okay. Who's going to win that division? Who's going to win the NFC North?
I think this is about time for the Lions. If they don't win it, I do think that window.
Last place schedule.
Yeah, I do think that window is, hey, there's no more weird Montgomery Gibbs thing. We paid you. Montgomery's gone. Let's figure it out. Let's go get it. They got to keep Laporta healthy. It feels like he cannot stay healthy.
And who's going to win the NFC West? You're going with Middlecoff, aren't you?
With the Niners?
Yeah, aren't you? I mean, it seems like that's the direction in which you're headed.
I mean, from what we've seen, the Niners or the Rams, when they're all in, they do make it worth it. So I just think the Rams are going to get it done.
Okay, Chalky Chalkerson.
Well, I'm not going to say the Niners just to placate to you and Jay.
Why not? You had no problem saying Jared Goff had some wiggle.
That's my actual opinion. Hey, Jay, Jared Goff, as Care Bear brings it up the lane, Jared Goff cuts to the basket.
What's Jared Goff's longest run from scrimmage? We'll have to look that up.
It's going to be too long to, even. Longest rushing attempt. Let's see here. 22. He had 26 in 2021.
Oh, man.
Last season, he had 24. Put some respect on his name. I try to tell y'all. RPO.
More on all that when we come back. Also, we'll look at which LA NBA crisis is more befuddling. Next with the Drive Guys, Sactown Sports.
Take Sactown Sports with you everywhere you go with the Sactown Sports app. The most in-depth coverage of the Kings and 49ers. A library of written and video content. And all your favorite personalities all in one place. Download the Sactown Sports app today and get in on the action. Your local sports leader, Sactown Sports 1140.
Here's the deal. The government is over $38 trillion in debt, which means the IRS isn't slowing down. And the tax code is complex and unforgiving. So it's not surprising if you're one of the millions of Americans that owe back taxes to the IRS. Unfortunately, they're the world's most powerful collection agency, with the ability to garnish your wages, seize your bank accounts, and even take your home or business. But don't be stressed or worried any longer. We're Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution firm. We have resolved over $3 billion in tax debt for our clients. Our award-winning professionals deal with the IRS every single day, protecting our clients and preparing them for the best possible resolution. For tax help you need, for tax help you can trust, give Optima a call today.
Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com. The IRS finally caught up with Louie.
I hadn't paid my taxes in 8 years. I owe the IRS a lot of money.
Louie was in deep trouble.
We're going to take your house, put a lien on your bank account, garnish your pay. They don't care. They're going to take your paycheck.
Louie found out about Optima Tax Relief, the leading tax resolution firm. A-plus rated by the Better Business Bureau, they've resolved over $3 billion for their clients.
Optima Tax, they help me. They calm me down. They make me feel comfortable, and I trust them.
Louie has a lot to be thankful for.
I don't owe the IRS anymore, and I'm able to live a comfortable life, a lot better life. It was because of Optima Tax.
For tax help you can trust, call Optima now for a free consultation. Take it from Louie.
If you owe the IRS, don't go it alone. Give Optima Tax a call. They can help you.
Call 800-375-2322. 800-375-2322. 800-375-2322.
Optima Tax Relief.
Testimonial from an actual client. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Folsom Chevy is truck country, where great deals and a wide selection of new Silverado half-ton pickup trucks rolls through August with a 0% financing offer. Swing by the Folsom Auto Mall or go to folsomchevy.com to find out more. Folsom Chevy. Together, let's drive.
Card collectors know there's nothing as special as a rare one-of-one card. And now you can hear a very rare one-of-a-kind sports card show right here on Sactown Sports. Whitey Gleason here inviting you to join me and Mr. True Sports Cards himself, Imran Pilati, for the True Sports Card Show every Saturday morning at 10 on Sactown Sports. It's the only sports card radio show in the nation. For all your hobby needs, get to True Sports Cards, 6661 Stanford Ranch Road in Rockland. And for hobby, insight, and fun, join us for the True Sports Card Show Saturday mornings at 10 on Sactown Sports.
Capital Casino is conveniently located in downtown 411 16th Street and has been a part of the greater Sacramento area for over 20 years. They offer the best variety of games in the region in a safe and friendly environment. And there's plenty of parking, all well lit and monitored by security. Come have a great meal at the cafe and restaurant inside. Capital Casino has the best food, the best service, and the best action. But please always remember to gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
Live and local, it's The Drive Guys. Watch the show on youtube.com/Sactown Sports 1140.
Or listen on the Sactown Sports app.
Now we're just pouring over Jared Goff's rushing stats after somebody in the show suggested that he had a little wiggle to him. One thing that stands out about Jared Goff's rushing stats, this is really rare. In 2023, he had 32 attempts for 21 yards. You don't see that a lot when the yards is lower than the attempts.
I'm going to have to do the math on that.
I think it comes out to 0.7.
I'm telling you. And I showed you guys that scamper he had. 24 yards. Put some respect on his name.
Mm-hmm.
Now, look. The MVP of yesterday's show, Scoop De Whoop, says he has wiggle when he needs it, though.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I guess he doesn't need it very often.
If you want to unlock an offense.
Yeah. Let's see what JR thinks of all that.
Okay.
Nice time to join us. 339-1140, 1-800-920-1140. Hello, JR. How are you?
Good. Goff has no wiggle. What the heck? I love this Niner Ram talk. Hey, you might be thinking of Maynard. There was a guy at Cal named Zach Maynard. I think it was a year before Goff, maybe 2. That dude could run.
See there, JR's trying to help you out.
No, I know what I'm talking about, JR.
No, you do. I don't think you do. You might be talking about your quarterback at De La Salle.
Maybe.
He probably had more wiggle room than how quarterbacks don't have wiggle.
Okay.
I will give Jared Goff this. You guys ever see the video where he dressed up like some random guy walked on some small college down south?
I did see that. Yeah.
Oh my God! It was so funny. The receivers are like, "Oh, I'm not going to turn you, my boy," to all their current quarterbacks.
Mm-hmm.
And then Goff starts throwing dimes. And they literally, mid-practice, "This guy's sweet. I'm going to have 1,000 yards." See you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
When he asked about a video, I recall when they were on Hard Knocks, and Jared Goff, when he was a rookie, do you remember this? The coaches were really being hard on him. It was Jeff Fisher's staff. Because he didn't know that the sun rose in the east and set in the west.
Yeah,
Remember that?
Yeah.
And then at practice, he's asking the lineman, hey, did you know the sun rose in the east? And they're like, what? But unless he was putting his on, he really didn't know.
They were on him.
Uh-huh.
They were on him.
But he's become very good quarterback. I remember when the Rams wanted to get rid of him, I thought, there's nobody that's going to take Jared Goff, given what he was making at the time. But, of course, the guy who drafted him with the Rams was then running the Lions and brought him in, and it has worked out great.
Yeah. Got to stay on schedule, though. They get off schedule, it's a problem.
Mm-hmm. Which is tough to do when you're getting sacked as often as he got sacked last year.
Got to get out of there.
38 times.
Now, I'm not saying he's got wiggle now. Now, that's why he's stationary now.
You said he's got a little wiggle. You didn't say he used to have some wiggle.
That's where it started. But he doesn't have any now.
Last 3 years, 38 sacks. The year before that, 31. And the year before that, 30. So, yeah. I mean, he hangs in there.
No, yeah. And it's a fine line between staying in too long, right? Getting out too early. Did you see with Shador, somebody had posted how, I think it was RG3, said that offensive lines hate when you don't allow them to create a pocket. So if you're going to hit that throw, if you're going to do that, you better hit the throw. Mm-hmm. And Shador hits that throw. That's what RG3 said. But then there's the opposite of it. Young quarterbacks kind of get out too early, and then you have a Jared Goff type where they're in there, regardless of the situation. We're not leaving.
Let me ask you, Alan, if I may, one of my least favorite quarterback questions. I'm not sure what the answer is, so I'm not trying to lead you one way or the other, not trying to trip you up. It aggravates me when people ask this, and I just read this being asked about somebody. But I'm going to ask you anyway. Jared Goff, is he an elite quarterback?
Well, this goes back to the Sando tiers. I think he has to be.
I think he's an elite passer.
Yeah.
And, I mean, that's an important part of being a quarterback.
I think he has to be.
Mm-hmm.
Because
people throw that out like he's not elite or this guy's elite. It's like, well, what do you actually mean?
Yeah. He's definitely on the line if he's not elite. I just think there's so much bad quarterback play happening.
Yeah.
That he has
threw for 4,000 yards last year. Last 2 years, more than 4,500 yards, and his completion percentage is 68 last year, and the year before that, 72.4. That is exceptional.
Right. But there's elite, and then this goes when I saw my boy at the Super Bowl, Cam, that shirt. I said, Cam, give me a shirt. He never got me a shirt, but the game manager versus game changer, right? That was the whole thing. That's why Niner fans were all ticked off at him, because he said, Brock, he has a very high line for game changer, because I think you can be an elite quarterback but still be an elite game manager. I don't think that Jared Goff is a game changer. So I think there are elite quarterbacks that aren't game changers, and Jared Goff is probably that.
I know that you kind of end up chasing your tail on that. I would say, I'm not a Lions fan or anything. I would say he is, just because he's such a skilled passer. Like last year, 34 touches and only 8 interceptions. I mean, to me, that can change games when you're that prolific passing the ball.
But again, you get him off schedule. He's a good barometer for a team that is like, if the Steelers ended up with Jared Goff next season. hey, we're always going to be right there, 9-8, whatever it is, and he's going to keep us competitive, and maybe we'll get hot. But if you're starting from ground zero, like there isn't a Raider fan out there that would want Jared Goff instead of Fernando Mendoza.
Are you suggesting that there are some quarterbacks who are going to work in any system? Because I think to a degree any quarterback is a system quarterback because teams fit the guy to the system and vice versa. Mm-hmm. But it sounds like you're saying I'm not. Just want to see if I'm
just saying he's got a ceiling. Jared Goff. We know what Jared Goff's ceiling is.
I didn't even mention his running ability.
You should have. And that's how he unlocks. That's how he becomes a game changer.
Mm-hmm.
Like, who's a better quarterback right now?
Who's a better texter than this person from the 916 who says Allen is loaded?
Come on, man. Come on now.
That was going back to your Goff comment.
Yes.
Yeah.
Who's a better quarterback right now? Jared Goff or Caleb Williams?
Jared Goff.
Right. But then it turns into if you were a GM right now, depending on where you were in your cycle, I think a lot of GMs would still take Caleb Williams because we know where Jared Goff's ceiling is. So that's why Jared Goff being more elite than Caleb Williams, in a weird way, doesn't really matter, right?
Well, you didn't ask me more elite. You said who's better. So, but.
What's the difference?
I think you could have two quarterbacks. One could be better than the other, and it's possible that neither one of them is anywhere near elite.
Okay, so who's more elite?
Jared Goff.
But my point is,
That works both ways with Caleb Williams because obviously the ceiling could be high, but the floor, we don't know where the floor is either.
Right. But the draft and just how teams look at these quarterbacks, it's always going to be about what they could be. We are not talking about what Jared Goff could be anymore because we know he's 30, 31 years old. Mm-hmm. We're still talking about that with Caleb.
This might be where I heard that question that kind of irked me, but I asked it myself. Everyone asks it. And I think it was Matt and Kayla, and I think they were talking about Dak, and I think Matt may have asked if he was elite. And to me, yeah.
Yes.
I'm very high on Dak's game.
You are.
I'm not a Cowboy fan, but I think he's a phenomenal
That's one of your guys. Yes, he is.
Okay. I don't know if he could be my guy when I don't root for the team.
No, I mean,
nobody on the Dodgers is my guy. Even though
Mookie is my guy, but he can't be. But he is.
Okay.
Because he's a Dodger. But he was my guy from Red Sox. So.
What about Xander then? Xander was on the Red Sox.
He was never my guy. That was not an issue.
Mm-hmm.
But Mookie, he was one of my guys. And now he's a Dodger. So Dak can be your guy.
Did you see real quick? I mentioned Xander. The Padres had, I think, in 2 innings, they had 4 guys thrown out at home plate, which is like never happened in 100 years of baseball, something like that.
No.
And they lost 2-1. When we come back, speaking of L.A., as I was asking, which L.A. NBA crisis is actually more confusing right now? That's next. Sactown Sports.
SactownSports.com is your online home for sports in Sacramento. Dive deep into the Kings, 49ers, Raiders, Giants, Athletics, and more with your favorite local personalities and some of the most trusted sports voices in the community. Stream Sactown Sports 1140. Watch original video content and read in-depth analysis all in one location. SactownSports.com. Your local sports leader. Sactown Sports 1140.
Thunder, feel the thunder.
It's the energy all around you.
Lightning and the thunder, thunder.
The thrill of the moments to come. The flash of lights. The rush of pure exhilaration.
Thunder.
The roar of the crowd. See it, hear it, feel it.
Thunder, feel the thunder. Lightning and the thunder.
Thunder Valley Casino Resort. Feel the thunder.
Only one radio program captures the excitement of hunting and fishing as it happens. The award-winning California Sportsman with Sep Hendrickson. Only California Sportsman takes you where the action is. Live on the water, live in the blind, and live with the top pros and experts in outdoor sports. California Sportsman with Fishing Hall of Famer Sep Hendrickson is your premier destination for all things outdoors. Sep's Saturday Morning Outdoors. Ultimate Bass and California Sportsman, 5 a.m. to 8 a.m. Saturdays on Sactown Sports 1140.
Today, we tip our wrench to Rock Auto customer Noah.
My first car was a 2001 Dodge Neon with a blue wing, and it happened to match my high school sweetheart, who's now my wife, her black 2005. So my uncle has been in the industry for well over 25 years. He recommended Rock Auto immediately to buy my first set of brakes. I would recommend Rock Auto just because it's simple, it's easy to find the parts you're looking for, it's all at a good price.
All the parts your car will ever need, Rock Auto.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You need someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now you can meet them fast on ZipRecruiter.
Build your team, build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
Are you looking for an easy win on game night? The Sacramento Rivercats Family Fun Pack bundles everything you need for a fun night at the ballpark. It's perfect for families or friends and makes planning so simple. Lock in your Family Fun Pack today at rivercats.com.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave, and yeah, I've been on the air here just shy of 25 years, and you guys know that when I endorse something, I have a few very important things. Number one, I love it when they're local. Number two, I have to be willing to use them myself. This is where Pest Pros came in, or comes in, I should say, because I've known these guys as Kings fans a long, long time. I also have a mouse problem at my house. I also have a cockroach problem at my house. And I did it the old-fashioned way. Went through Facebook, got a hold of these guys. We became friends. And when I found out what Pest Pros does in the community, I thought, I've got to have you guys on the air. We've got a partner. Locally owned, locally operated. Their kids go to school with your kids. You're going to get pest control somewhere. Get it with Pest Pros. Here's how you get a hold of them. PestProsPS.com or call them at 916-588-9345. That's 916-588-9345 and tell them Carmichael Dave sent you.
Cheap, cheap. That's the sound of savings happening right now at Elk Grove Honda. You remember, right? Elk Grove Hondas are still cheap, cheap. And right now you'll find a good deal more on new Honda gas and hybrid Accords, Civics, CRVs, and more fuel-efficient Elk Grove Hondas. Every sale is done right here, under the flag in the Elk Grove Auto Mall. Come see why generations of families return again and again to Elk Grove Honda in the Elk Grove Auto Mall, because Elk Grove Hondas are cheap, cheap.
Your afternoon home for Kings talk and so much more. The Drive Guys on Sactown Sports.
The greatest thing about being on the air here is we have the smartest listeners and viewers, so it's great for us. We get to learn things like, I didn't know this. Interesting tidbit from Holistic Fields 90 in the chat. I think they're making a remake of Saturday Night Fever, and Jared Goff is supposedly playing John Travolta because he's got so much wiggly in them hips. I didn't know that. Thank you.
I didn't know that either. Okay, I
would have thought, but you're not surprised, right?
Oh, well, of course not. We're just getting started.
Mm-hmm.
Look, the wiggle is gone, but there was a time.
There was a time, okay.
There was a time. Let me revise, because I think we've lost the plot a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I thought Duane had a good, statement, whether or not we agree with it. Duane Baker can't say we know Goff's ceiling. Darnold had a ceiling before last season. So I guess I would throw the question back and say, very similar to Jalen Hurts when he won Super Bowl MVP, which Sam Darnold did not. Does anybody think any differently of Sam Darnold now? Like in a large sense?
Probably not.
Right? So, and I would put him and Goff in the same category of what they do at this point in time. Jared Goff at 31 years old. If they win the Super Bowl, they're going to win it with Jared Goff doing what he's done.
But if I look at the Lions and I'm trying to figure out how they could be better, I don't look at the quarterback and say, he's their guy. There's nobody available. I guess he's okay. I feel like check. They have an elite quarterback at that position. That they have issues, but he ain't one of them.
No. How much of a plus is he is probably the larger question. But I don't think, I don't know that Sam Darnold's ceiling changed. I think he just played really well. I think he surprised some people for sure. That all started in Minnesota. Like, I don't think anybody thinks of Sam Darnold, maybe a little bit because he didn't choke in the biggest moments.
Yeah.
But he wasn't asked to do a ton.
He didn't win the Super Bowl MVP, but he didn't start seeing ghosts as a lot of us hoped he might, expected he might in the later rounds of the playoffs last year.
I think the problem is to do what happens to Brock a lot. I think the argument is a lot of people would say you could put a lot of quarterbacks in that Sam Darnold spot last season and they win it. Is that fair? I don't know. Probably not, but they do it to Brock all the time.
More on the NFL and the Rams, especially Gilberto Manzano is going to join us at the top of the hour. So before we get back tomorrow.
Yeah, my brother.
Okay. That's coming up tomorrow. So looking forward to that tomorrow.
Yep.
I obviously misread my rundown again. But here we go. Which LA NBA crisis is more confusing right now? What's going on with the Clippers? What's going on with the Lakers?
More confusing?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a lot to sort out.
Yeah. I would say, is it actually the Lakers? Because the Clippers, they're, I guess, in some level in cahoots with the NBA. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So them being in cahoots with the NBA or working together, there is no confusion. The NBA has told us we are working with Steve Ballmer and the Clippers. The Lakers, it doesn't really affect anybody, right? But it is just on its face more confusing.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't change our viewing experience the same way the Clippers situation could have, but it is more confusing between Jeannie Buss selling behind the sibling, all the J's,
right.
the J siblings backs, and them trying to get back. I mean, this is the type of stuff. I know they made the show Winning Time, but this is the type of stuff what we need a documentary on, because what is happening here?
Well, I see it the other way around. I think the Clippers situation is more confusing. The Lakers, now that we have it sorted out, I know yesterday I was befuddled because the story came out that the Busses are selling their 17.8% share of the team. Then the story came out, Jeannie Buss doesn't want to do that. It's like, well, wait, how can that be? Well, she did not vote for that. Her siblings voted, and they only needed, 5 of the 12 J's or whatever it is, to approve that. She voted no. So then she came out and said, no, you can't have that vote without me because check the contract, I have controlling, blah, 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 blah. So, all right, I understand that. I don't know. It's complicated, but I understand it. Whereas with what's going on with the Clippers and the NBA, that is confusing because there's so many moving parts. Which is you have ESPN saying the NBA didn't find any wrongdoing. The NBA coming out and said that report is false. You have the report that the Clippers and the NBA are negotiating a settlement. Pablo Torre coming in and going, well, they did. There is a lot of evidence there. So that's a matter of just I don't know what or who to believe.
Right. I understand what you're saying, but ultimately, if the NBA has already decided that this thing is over, like if the NBA was interested in actually bringing the hammer down, then I would agree with you. They have no interest in that. So it's going to get resolved. Now,
I don't know if they do. According to the report, they don't.
Right. Now, maybe to jump on your bandwagon, maybe it's not about how it will be resolved, but the fact of how sticky it is makes it more confusing, even if the resolution is quicker than the Lakers one. So I could feel you on that. I'm just looking at it based on what's going to get resolved. And it feels like the NBA, as far as confusion is concerned, they're going to get a resolution because that's what they want. So that's how I look at it.
Yeah. I'm confused because I'm not sure who's spinning what which way. Like we talked yesterday about that report that ESPN ran that said the NBA found no wrongdoing and they're negotiating a settlement. I don't know if that's true, but I'm also trying to figure out where it came from because Pablo Torre is saying, look, I have evidence here. I've given you evidence. There is evidence.
We don't want it, Pablo.
Yeah.
We don't want that.
There is evidence of cap circumvention. I have the evidence. I've shared it with you. So then where's this report coming from? Then the NBA coming out and saying, no, that report is false. I tend to believe that they're negotiating a settlement. I would have to guess that the report came from Ballmer's people, and they're trying to spin this in terms of, there's nothing to see here. The NBA didn't find anything, and they're already trying to like maybe sway public opinion a little bit in favor of Ballmer before the NBA actually announces anything. It sounds like the investigation is getting run by the Clippers.
Right.
The NBA said, here's our thing, and Steve Ballmer said, no, we ain't doing that.
Yeah.
And it feels like that's where it's headed.
No, that's too much.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
You do that and we'll make you pay. You don't want to do that.
Yeah. If I'm Pablo, and I know a lot of people have turned on him, I think what I'm starting to learn is that some people just don't like Pablo. It's not necessarily about what he's doing.
Really?
But just how he's going about it. What did he go to Harvard? I think some people are getting some kind of smartest in the room type vibes. I don't think that's how he's intending to come off. I think he is just really, really smart. But if I'm Pablo, for my next trick, you should go figure out why is it that the NBA is negotiating with the Clippers, right? What is it that they're afraid of to where they don't believe that they can do the David Stern hammer on the Clippers because of what the Clippers know? That's the next level. I'm not telling Pablo how to do his job, but that would be the real, smoking gun to all this. Nobody cares about the Clippers stuff, right? You can keep trying to give the NBA evidence. They don't want it. If you're able to figure out they're negotiating with the Clippers because the Clippers know that X Eastern Conference team did the same thing, or the two Eastern Conference teams did the same thing, and it was worse, and this is an issue, or this has been going on forever, then it kind of, I think we've gotten to the end of the Clipper trail.
Well, as far as Pablo goes, it's not his job to give the NBA what it wants or
No. I'm just saying
he's just like, I'm reporting what's going on.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Do with it what you will.
Right. I'm just saying looking at the landscape of it, he got Daktronic. Right now, anything he could literally say, it's like that kid in class that would always raise their hand. And the teacher says, anybody else? And the kid saying, me. He's giving it, he's saying, hey, here it is. Not that he's doing it for the NBA, but you can do with this what you will. And the NBA saying, no, we're good. Well, I don't see anything here. But if he says, oh, you guys are letting Ballmer off the hook because he knows that XYZ went down, then I think we would at least I think there's a little bit of fatigue going on here because the NBA just keeps saying, we're not changing our stance.
I think probably Clipper fans are not big Pablo fans right now.
No,
right?
I don't think a lot of people are Pablo fans right now.
Huh.
Yeah. At least that's how I viewed it.
Why, they feel like he's sticking his nose in places where he shouldn't?
Yeah, I just think there's also a little bit of, hey, stop being a snitch, or you're playing it out, or you're dragging it out. But it's fascinating, and this is why, sometimes fans in general will treat things like a buffet, because sometimes you care about people not following the rules, and sometimes you don't. Mm-hmm. And for some reason, your guess is as good as mine, most fans, even in small markets, they have not said, this is great, Pablo. And we talked a little bit about this yesterday with the media personalities.
Didn't he win a Pulitzer Prize?
They don't care.
Somebody says this is great because he won a freaking major award.
Objectively, it is great. But you know who's not objective? Fans. Hey, enough. Mm-hmm. Just go away, Pablo. I saw somebody say, I never cared about this and I still don't. How can you, and this is a basketball content creator, how can you care and make content for basketball, but you don't care about the competitive balance of basketball? Now,
Maybe
know me.
There's some jealousy of Pablo going on. Perhaps.
Maybe. He everybody's trying to figure out how to make a name in this industry when, because Pablo was doing he was on ESPN, on the shows, doing his thing, and, that ended, and he said, let me go in a different direction, and some people aren't feeling it.
Mm-hmm. That surprises me, but I'm sure you're right. Are you ready for an international NFL team and perhaps an international Super Bowl? What? I don't think I am, but we'll get into that next. Drive Guys, don't go away. Sactown Sports.
SactownSports.com is your online home for sports in Sacramento. Dive deep into the Kings, 49ers, Raiders, Giants, Athletics, and more with your favorite local personalities and some of the most trusted sports voices in the community. Stream Sactown Sports 1140. Watch original video content and read in-depth analysis all in one location. SactownSports.com. Your local sports leader. Sactown Sports 1140.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Granger. Granger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRANGER, click Granger.com, or just stop by. Granger, for the ones who get it done.
Country in the Park 2, presented by your California Army National Guard, October 23rd at Heart Health Park at Cal Expo with Bailey Zimmerman, Russell Dickerson, plus more. Enjoy line dancing, live DJs, mechanical bull, and food trucks. Tickets start at just $70. Country in the Park 2, October 23rd at Heart Health Park at Cal Expo with Sky River Casino and Joel Gott Wines. More info at CITPFest.com.
What's up? We're talking to Chad Hovlet, a Hovlet Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Woodland. What's happening for the Make This the Summer sales event?
Right now, you can save up to $19,000 off MSRP on new 2026 Ram 1500 Crew Cabs. You also get the 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty.
Search, select, and save through our whole inventory at HovletDodge.com. Nobody beats Hovlet, period. $19,000 total net savings on select new 2026 Ram 1500 Crew Cab after deal or discount and factory incentives. Incentives may include $1,000 Hovlet trade-in assistance with eligible trade. $500 military first responder bonus cash for eligible members. At least 5 of this net savings excludes tax, title, and license fees. See dealer for details.
Now through August 31st at Big O Tires, receive $80 to $120 in instant savings on 4 select in-stock Netson, Nitto, or Sumitomo tires with installation purchase. Disposal fees extra, not good with other offers. See your locally owned Big O Tires dealer for pricing.
Here's the deal. The government is over $38 trillion in debt, which means the IRS isn't slowing down. And the tax code is complex and unforgiving. So it's not surprising if you're one of the millions of Americans that owe back taxes to the IRS. Unfortunately, they're the world's most powerful collection agency, with the ability to garnish your wages, seize your bank accounts, and even take your home or business. But don't be stressed or worried any longer. We're Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution firm. We have resolved over $3 billion in tax debt for our clients. Our award-winning professionals deal with the IRS every single day, protecting our clients and preparing them for the best possible resolution. For tax help you need, for tax help you can trust, give Optima a call today.
Call 800-375-2322. 800-375-2322. 800-375-2322.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
KHTK HD1 Sacramento. KYMX HD3 Sacramento.
Sactown Sports 1140. Your local sports leader.
Live and local, it's the Drive Guys. Watch the show on youtube.com/Sactown Sports 1140.
Or listen on the Sactown Sports app.
NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell, in his infinite wisdom, says it's inevitable the NFL will have a team permanently based outside the United States one day. And he says that may lead to a Super Bowl that's played outside the United States. We'll dive into that here. It's the Drive Guys. Before we do, I just remembered something I saw this morning, and I wanted to ask the two baseball guys about it before we get back to the NFL. Did you guys hear about the recently discovered film of Ted Williams, and I think it was Bobby Dorr, one of his teammates? They were on a fishing trip in 1950 or something, and on the fishing trip, they actually filmed them on, little handheld Super 8, whatever it was, talking about hitting. Mm-hmm. And they had a contest, like, we're going to compare our 2 theories of hitting. Anyway, bottom line is, I read some of it. Ted Williams says the one thing that would drive him crazy, and he uses some choice language, was when he's in front of a pitch and hits a ground ball to first. And that's kind of the way hitters are now. You strike out, it's like, whatever. Right. But he said, if I was out in front and I hit a ground ball to first, he said, I wanted to stab myself in the throat. And I know you guys being...
Did he say that?
Yeah, he did. You guys being real baseball players.
Yeah.
What do you think of that?
So he's just saying if he was out in front, he should have done some damage.
I think he's saying he shouldn't have been out in front.
He shouldn't have been out front.
In general.
Yeah.
In general. Because that means you're off balance.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're fooled.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, you're fooled.
I mean, and he was like a hitting genius. He could do it, and he could also talk about it.
Yeah. That's a good one.
And I think they talked to Joey Votto about it, and Joey Votto said, oh, absolutely, that's true.
Yeah. If you're out in front, because the other thing is, too, if you're out in front and you at least don't send one foul or everyone goes, ooh, so you're out in front and just like Jay said, you got fooled. It's the worst.
Well, my thing is I've always trusted my hands. I've been blessed with quick hands, right?
Mm-hmm.
To the point that you have to slow them down, too. And hence why you see like guys like Sheffield and stuff have different mechanisms to slow their hands down.
Yeah.
So I always believed that I could touch a ball at the end, meaning I could wait to the longest point.
Mm-hmm.
And if nothing else, you go the opposite way or you get jammed and you might get a blue shot, something of that nature. So I'm Ted Williams is a genius.
Yeah.
Why would I disagree with that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I never really had the first base ground outs. It was always second base for me.
Apparently, this film is from
Yeah.
1987, and no one knew it existed, and one of their other teammates discovered that he had it. It's from some fishing trip in Oregon. And here's the points Ted Williams made, key points. I think there's 5 of them. One, again, I want to see what you guys, real baseball guys, think of this. He says, there's 2 things about hitting I want to stress. Quickness, this is a quick game and a strong game. You want to be as quick and strong as you can be. That's his first point to hitting. 2, everything you do, hips ahead of hands. 3, you cannot have good hip action without a slight upswing, said Ted Williams. He said, in order to be quick and strong, you have to have a certain length of stroke. I can get you here or I can get you a little further out, but the more stroke you have, the more chance you have to build up power and speed in the bat. And point 5, I want to puke and get a knife in my throat when I'm out in front and hit a bleeping ground ball at first.
The only thing I would say, and I'll leave this to Alan to tie it down, respond off what I say, Ted Williams is talking from the left side of the box. So the only thing I disagree with and the fact of is the hips out in front. I don't necessarily think you need to have your hips out in front. To me, that is a cause of you being out in front. Mm-hmm. But as a lefty, that's completely different. Mm-hmm. So I can't speak on that. I think he's talking from a left-handed hitter standpoint. Mm-hmm. But as a righty, I would disagree that your hips need to be out in front.
Yeah,
all the time.
Yeah, he just said ahead of the hands.
Yeah,
ahead of the hands.
He
was a guy that hit for high average, but also a ton of power.
Oh yeah, he had it. Yeah.
That's kind of part of it, and it's kind of like the whip versus rotational hitters, because your hips can go first as long as your hands are, again from the left side, as long as your hands are still there. That causes that, or I guess the term is coil.
Yeah.
So then the curveball or whatever is there, your hips are already fired. But then when your hands come through, it's even more whip. That's why you see guys that aren't very big still be able, like Altuve has crazy coil.
Yeah.
And it makes no sense because of what Mookie, right? But a lot of that does go, like Mookie can also dunk at 5'9". Like a lot of these twitchy
That's
guys.
the strength.
Yeah.
Right? The power that Ted Williams talking about. Altuve, the thick thighs, the big legs.
Right, right. So if you're a twitchy guy and you can get that coil and keep the hands back, that's the money.
Scouting report on Ellen Stiles, a lot of change-ups.
Yeah, throw me a change-up, it's a wrap. I'm beating that bad boy into the ground.
Oh, to the ground.
Yeah. Let me just jog.
You're going to stick that knife in your throat.
Let me just jog the second or first, get this over with. Go ahead, second baseman. Don't boot it, though. That's about it.
Allen 4-3 Styles
coming up. That's right. Don't throw me a fastball, though.
4-3 is the speed, though, brother.
Yeah.
That's where you say the speed, right?
Well, he's saying, no, he's saying.
I know 4-3 means second base to first. Right, 2-1.
But, Whitey, real quick, some people are, I guess, kind of misunderstanding our convo about Pablo. I'm not calling Pablo a snitch. I'm not really talking about how I feel about it. What I am saying is this is kind of what I've seen. And yesterday, I saw a lot of people post saying, I'm very confused why basketball fans are siding with a billionaire owner instead of somebody trying to get to the bottom of like competitive balance.
Mm-hmm.
So this is not, there's somebody on the text line saying, rough takes today, Alan. Pablo is exposing Silver. Looks like Silver has more wiggle than Goff, which is a good one by Jeff. But I'm not arguing that Pablo shouldn't be doing that. I'm arguing that it doesn't feel like, and again, social media is just one outlet, right? This is another one. But from what I have seen, there are people now pushing back on why are fans not on Pablo's side more? And I'm seeing some people in the chat, kind of saying that they like what Pablo is doing. But yeah, the Tabasco Rain saying, Pablo is not the story. The story is, the story is the NBA and the corruption or whatever the case is. Yeah, you're not wrong. I'm not disagreeing with that. I'm just telling you from what I've seen, and I think Jay was kind of shaking his head too a little bit. It feels like, in theory, if you're to say, hey, a team is cheating, right? And then a lot of it started with specifically Kawhi. Hey, well, Kawhi is going to do what he wants, whatever. Okay, we can remove Kawhi, but I haven't seen a lot of people say, man, screw the Clippers. This is ridiculous. I have not seen that uproar. We haven't had very many calls come in with a lot of people saying Adam Silver needs to drop the hammer. This is ridiculous.
When it first started, when we first found out about Pablo Torre's reporting, I know there was some sentiment of, why is he doing this? And that was just flabbergasting to me because, that's what journalism is. Now, it's somebody who's trying to find the truth. If you don't care about that, okay. But, why would someone do it? Why would someone try to get the truth? That's what a journalist does.
Yes. Yeah.
He's
just doing it for clicks. Maybe both. Why can't it be both? Right? He's got to put food on the table.
Reporters report things so people read the stories.
Anything.
Yeah.
I do think also there is a weird, I guess, old school feeling because Pablo is essentially, I know he does stuff with Dan Le Batard, but he's essentially independent. And I think if you threw Enter News outlet on the last name of Pablo Torre, maybe people would be looking at it differently. What's this guy? What's this guy got better to do? He's not even working for anybody. Just kind of that old school feel to it.
That's kind of ignorant, but maybe that is the case. Yeah.
Yeah.
Whereas if he was The Athletic or CNN or whatever, I see what you're saying.
He
would go, okay.
That's his job.
Yeah.
Right? They don't feel like it's his job to do where there are no rules anymore. McAfee put out a country album. You catch that one? You catch it?
I haven't.
Jay, you catch that McAfee?
Yeah, I saw it.
No, the album.
Come on, brother. That's a question for,
Don't.
somebody in country in the park or something.
Leave it.
Didn't you say it was pretty good?
No, come on, Whitey.
Somebody said that.
Not me.
Okay. I believe you.
That'd be Caleb, Matt George, or somebody.
See,
I don't believe. I don't know that it was anyone on the station.
There were a lot of drops over the weekend. I haven't got to McAfee.
Okay.
I don't know that I will because,
Maybe I'm thinking of, I think Kirk Herbstreit said they want him playing on College Game Day.
Yes, and Orlovsky said, these are some bars.
I haven't heard it. I don't know.
Yeah. Better or worse than Madison Beer. I don't know.
How do you like this tune, Alan?
Now that's a 2.5.
It's an internationally flavored song.
Okay.
Has to do with Roger Goodell, the commissioner of the National Football League. At some point, there will be NFL teams outside the USA. I have no doubt that this will happen one day.
Okay.
He also said there are, I guess it was asked about, could you ever have a Super Bowl played outside the United States? There are definitely international cities that could host something like that, but we would like to see an NFL team in such a city first. Why do you think Roger Goodell and the NFL are so hell-bent on eventually getting a team in the NFL that's based in, I don't know, London, presumably?
Take over the world.
Munich.
They want to take over the world. One city at a time. Does nobody care? I know college football is about to start, and logistics have gone out the window with Cal and all these teams traveling across the country. But that's still just across the country. That's not, you are literally in another country. So I'm just trying to figure out, as you brought up London, Whitey, and the UK, I know we're not there yet, but how does this work logistically?
Yeah, the league's 2026 schedule, as you may know, features 9 international games, 8 league-run games, and a London game as part of an agreement with the Jags and Wembley Stadium. This year's host sites are Melbourne, Australia, Rio de Janeiro, London 3 games, Paris, Madrid, Munich, and Mexico City. I will tell you, as an NFL fan, these games are at best annoying and at worst a little infuriating. Like, I want to see, the 49er Ram game. That's a big game. Are they going to play in Melbourne, Australia? Why are you playing a game like that in Melbourne, Australia?
I don't mind it happening. I just think it's a little much. Like, I don't mind. I know it's your precious Niners and, time zones and a lot of things can. You're right. It's a big game, but I don't mind it happening. You just named off way too many.
Yes.
It's just way too many. Mm-hmm. Like, if you kept the Niners-Rams game, hey, we drew the short straw this season. Okay, cool. But there's a bunch. And then they got to stay out there. I think last season, was it the Jaguars? And they always be throwing the Jaguars out there.
Well, they have that.
They have a deal.
They've got
right.
1 foot over there already.
Yeah.
That's probably going to be the team, the first team. It'll be the don't they make Jaguars there, too? Isn't that where they make them? Or, yeah.
Jags are, are English.
Yeah. So they're going to probably be the London Jaguars.
And now Jacksonville loses a team?
Probably.
Everybody got to lose a team, man.
Mm-hmm.
Let me give you something, you guys, chew on this a little bit. At some point in time, media contracts, NBA just signed, $76 billion deal with Amazon, Netflix, ESPN, like all the different movements. There's got to be a ceiling, right, fellas, for the NFL. So at some point in time, I think there's going to be a cap when it comes to domestic dollars. And as we know, the NFL wants to be king of kings, in the words of Stretchy B at the press conference. I think the NFL is trying to figure out, just like NBA, is trying to figure out how to get international dollars and expand that deal. For me, I just think the NFL is up against it because the NFL is more of a United States sport, right?
Right.
A U.S. sport versus basketball has kind of been accepted everywhere else.
I wonder if part of the strategy business-wise is we need other markets because we're already seeing football in some United States markets, football, not just NFL football, but football's not what it once was.
Doesn't work.
Yeah. There's already a lot of, like, some high school teams, like, people don't want to play football, so maybe we need to diversify our portfolio. I don't know.
It's capped. It's capped, right? Like, we see USFL, XFL. I'll give you a tremendous market that's kind of been growing state, Alabama. Like, a lot of companies from here have been going down to Alabama, and it's becoming the tech world of the South. It's one of the big deals. Alabama football, meaning pro football, doesn't work. Because Alabama football statewide between Auburn and Alabama, and then you throw in the other things, it just dwarfs the NFL. It doesn't matter no more.
I think the Birmingham Stallions just went out of business.
Yeah, out of business. Yeah. But this is like the third one. I was reading an article about that. It's like the third organization that has tried in Alabama. But U of A and Auburn, both the U of A's, I guess, they are the professional team. So at some point in time, the NFL is going to look around, which they're trying to do. Hence why we continue here in Sacramento to talk about we are a market who could support another team. I always say it's inevitable. Now, it may not happen within the next 5-10 years, but if they want to grow, meaning the NFL or MLB or MLS, they're going to have to play in Sacramento at some point in time because we are a market who is starving for a second team. If you look around the country, there are markets who do not care at all about having a professional team. And that's why I say Alabama, they're knocking on the door now, maybe 15 years down the road, but I'm hard-pressed to hear anybody write an article or talk about it like, we want baseball here in Alabama. It just doesn't work.
It's fascinating to me that after years and years and years of the NFL threatening to move teams to L.A., when they left L.A., the Rams left, and then the Raiders left, and they would always hold that over cities like, you better get our team a new stadium or we're going to move to L.A. And finally, they did go back to L.A. It really hasn't been that great. I mean, the stadium is phenomenal, but we've talked to people with the Rams over the years, and they've talked about, we're trying to rebuild the fan base.
Yeah.
You know?
Mm-hmm. I mean, they get, when your Niners are in town, it's a complete.
Yeah. And Charger games, it's like it's a little embarrassing.
Yeah.
Look like Giants games out there.
Right. But.
You accepted that?
No,
I was like, huh? What?
Like, New York? I know you're not talking. Number 6, Jay, in attendance.
Yes, sir. You got it.
5th and 4.
Those are pre-bought, preseason bought tickets.
The tickets, I don't argue numbers. Don't,
You're right.
don't
You're right.
I can't.
I can't.
Hey, men lie, women lie, numbers never lie.
Well, with AI, things are changing here. I'll just say that.
What I always say is that numbers don't lie, but they don't always tell the whole truth. And that's basically what it is.
Spot on.
But it's not about the Giants right now.
I know.
Because the Chargers, it's a complete nightmare. But I think here's the other question. Do they care about how bad it looks? Because Vegas ain't far off. We'll see if the Raiders get good, but the Raiders aren't far off. The Chargers are good, right? And they moved them up. Are the Chargers making money? Are the Rams making money? What is it that you're trying to accomplish? Because I think the Chargers is probably the best example, because there are Rams fans, don't get us wrong. You just don't notice it when the Niners are down there or the Raiders. But what the Chargers got going on, Harbaugh, Justin Herbert, they're in LA, a brand new stadium. Is that considered as a success or not?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm sure I'm sure that it pencils out financially.
Yes.
Yeah.
Whatever concerts they're also doing and all of that. But from a fan standpoint, it looks bad.
Yeah. Well, that's to me, that's what I resent about the international games. I don't begrudge any country that's going to have NFL games, but I do resent the NFL for having games there, because I think it dilutes the product and waters it down a little bit. Like I said, the opener for the 49ers, it's a weird day, and then the 49ers, it affects their schedule. And as a fan, it's like, I would really like to see the players. First of all, it'd be nice if they really were concerned about their health and well-being, which, that's a fairy tale. But in terms of how it affects teams competitively, I'd like to see them not have to be subjected to the schedule. Also, you watch a game in London, and I think it's gotten better because they are more educated than they used to be about American football. When you think about it, I mean, if you're from another country and watch American football, it's like, wait, what? What was that? What are they doing? Mm-hmm. But sometimes watching a game there, and it's quite often like early on a Sunday, like really early, and the crowd, they're not sure what's going on. It's like you're watching a football game in a bad football movie.
Yeah.
Where it's like the crowd
they
reaction
look like paid actors.
Yeah. Yeah.
It feels like
that's not right.
When Rob Lowe had that NFL, was it NFL? When he just had the NFL logo hat.
Yeah,
it just feels like everyone was given that NFL logo
that's
hat.
Right. Yeah.
Hey, you guys want to go to this game? And those tickets cannot be that expensive, because if you don't have a connection, because what it is, it's a bunch of people in the military, or maybe they live there now due to when their time in the military ended. So they got on random jerseys, right? That are teams that aren't even playing. And then you have the NFL hats that they just pass out. They just don't tell anybody, but they pass out. They might be passing out jerseys at the game.
Yeah. There was a guy that called, I think it was when I was doing a show with Chris, and this guy from across the pond called, and he said that there was a show, which as far as I know is still on, in England, and they would BBC One or BBC Two, whatever. They would show NFL highlights, and it was on like at 1:00 in the morning on Tuesday or something. But there are some, so some fans over there. It's almost like a cult thing. Like, ooh, the NFL is really cool.
Yeah, but
so
I guess
I know it is growing.
It is growing. I guess my wonder is, are there a bunch of people that are from the U.S., right? What's the distribution of the fans in that stadium? How many are true brand new fans that are so thrilled to be watching the Jaguars in Munich, and how many are Army brats, military brats, or people that just, I'm from the U.S., but I live out here now, so I get to watch football. Like, I don't know what that breakdown is. Mm-hmm. But why does it have to be the UK? Why don't you just do, Canada or Mexico. Why don't you just start small?
Does this mean that the NFL is out of United States expansion cities? I mean, viable cities in which they can.
I want to know. We joked, yesterday during Sport Court.
I never joke in Sport Court. It's very serious.
Well, me. And I thought, I don't know if I won this one, but I think I should have. But that's neither here nor there, Your Honor. We'll talk about it later. But anyway, when it comes to the flag football convo, the NFL is pushing the bleep out of this flag football. And I do wonder, not that you should yes, every kid needs options, okay? I didn't play football growing up. I had a heart condition, right? So my mom said, hey, we're not doing all that. Now, I could have played junior year, but by that time, it was just time to,
That's because you were throwing back Celsius at age 7 or whatever.
I would have been cooked. I would have been cooked if that was the case. It was NOS back then, Jay.
Hey, let me get
that bright blue NOS. Alan, that's your third. Can you leave the NOS alone? I'm like, but I got a game, Mom.
I got a game. I need another one.
I got a game, Mom. I got to steal 2 bases today. But now that they have expanded to this flag football thing, I don't know how much is growing. And I guess I'm more so talking about boys and males because of the tackle versus non-tackle.
No wonder the changeup always got you. You're amped
a little jittery. I'm like, I thought it was a fastball. Throw it again. Alan, are you okay? But I do wonder if the flag football, as much as they're using it to grow the sport, if, me growing up, now I probably, had already made my decision not to play that junior year anyway. But if flag was an opportunity, how many kids would have played? And I know what they're trying to sell is they're going to cross over at some point.
Yeah.
But some of them might not cross.
Yeah.
A gateway sport.
But I do think it's pretty clear to me anyway that is a concerted effort to we got to get people playing football somehow.
Yeah.
And people aren't playing it. Although Kimberly says, she says, I don't want my kids playing football because of the concussion issues. But I think she said her son was playing football. Here we go. My son played 5 years of Pee Wee football, then switched to basketball, got 3 concussions in basketball from elbows to the head.
Yeah, that was Dwayne.
Oh, that was Dwayne.
Yeah,
Okay,
Dwayne was kind of responding to it.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, but it's all perception too. I mean, that Will Smith movie, I think had a pretty decent impact on people.
Oh, yeah.
A lot, and that was everything that was going on.
And the NFL still does, and the media helps a lot. You have somebody who was a former player and they suffer some debilitating disease or they die, and it just kind of gets, oh, that's so sad. Oh, who are they playing? Who are they playing this week?
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy. But you can't stay on it for too long, right? It's kind of a
But people are noticing. It is having an
oxymoron.
impact on the number of young people playing football. Right, Jay? I mean, it's gone way down.
Yeah, I would agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I feel like we're expanding on something here, fellas. I got River Kitties tonight, okay?
River Kitties.
$2 Tuesday.
Who they
Come
playing?
on.
Wait, hold on. All right, well, go ahead. No, I was going to say $2 Tuesday of what? Hot dogs? Ice cream?
I think it's
beer?
those
What
two.
is it?
I think it's those. Because I don't work a lot of Tuesdays, obviously. I'm doing a makeup.
Filling in?
I think it's beverages,
Okay.
hot dogs, and ice cream, if I'm not mistaken.
Really?
Yeah.
Like, come on out.
The one Tuesday, I think I only worked 1 or 2 Tuesdays last season, and I thought, oh, this is a pretty decent crowd. And they said, oh, yeah, $2 Tuesdays. Oh.
Can you at least get a number 2 tonight?
I know.
You got a Sharpie?
What would happen? What would happen if?
Now look what you started.
What would happen if we sent your jersey to Emron and got it sold on like a number that we wanted, and you came out there with the number?
I don't think they'd be tripping.
Well, why? We need to do that.
Yeah, I don't think they'd be. They might say, hey,
You could at least be your number could be $2 today.
Something.
Yeah,
That'd be
I like
awesome.
that.
Yeah.
Where's the 925?
Let's get a Velcro. Yeah. We can switch it up based on the promo. I like that. But
second part, real fast. Have you invited Whitey to a Rivercats game this year?
Invite.
Because I haven't been invited.
But I'm working.
What does that mean?
Well,
there's no invitation for the drive guys to come out and
it's
watch
an
you?
open invite.
Have I ever been out there when you were working and come by and
Yes.
said hi, even though I wasn't invited?
Yes.
Yeah.
But you were there for a different reason. Yeah, but it's an open invite.
No problem. I'll take myself.
No. I got a lot going on.
No worries.
You know?
So you got something for us when we come back here, right?
I got something.
Yeah. All right. Also, guess which rookie QB did a great job in joint practice today? Alan's going to be smiling about that. That's coming up next. Sactown Sports.
SactownSports.com is your online home for sports in Sacramento. Dive deep into the Kings, 49ers, Raiders, Giants, Athletics, and more with your favorite local personalities and some of the most trusted sports voices in the community. Stream Sactown Sports 1140. Watch original video content and read in-depth analysis all in one location. SactownSports.com. Your local sports leader. Sactown Sports 1140.
You know, I used to think all money managers were the same until I spoke with Fisher Investments.
Really? How different are they?
Fisher's investment counselors are dedicated to service, not sales, keeping clients up to date on their portfolio.
Well, they probably just invest in a bunch of mutual funds like I do.
Nope. They build a tailored portfolio based on their clients' personal goals, helping them stay on track for a comfortable retirement.
Well, they must make commissions selling products.
Actually, Fisher doesn't sell any commission-based products. They're a fiduciary, and they believe that's a conflict.
Then they have some kind of complex fee structure.
Nope. Fisher has a simple, transparent fee that's a percentage of their client's portfolio. So they do better when their clients do better.
It sounds like Fisher really is different.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Fisher Investments. Clearly different wealth management. Learn more at fisherinvestments.com/different. Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
Need a reason to hit the range this week? Well, Hagen Oaks has too. Monday nights are happy hour all night long with special pricing on hot dogs and ice-cold beer while you hit balls under the lights. Then Thursday, join the new Top Tracer competition nights. Play Pebble Beach, compete in closest to the pin, long drive, and more with fun interactive games for every skill level. Grab your friends and make Hagen Oaks your weeknight destination. Visit HagenOaks.com for more details. Hagen Oaks Driving Range. More games, more laughs, more reasons to play.
Hi, this is Adam Johnson, owner of Golf Fitness Solutions. Exercise and golf have been two important activities in my life. I opened Golf Fitness Solutions in 2013 to help my fellow golf enthusiasts improve their posture, relieve their pain, gain strength and endurance, and most importantly, hit the ball farther. From beginners to professionals, I've had success working with all ages and all skill levels, and I can help you too. Located in Carmichael, call us at 916-802-5175 or go to golffitnesssolutions.com.
Want the best movie experience in town? Join Sactown Sports IMAX Pass by visiting SactownSports.com. Sign up today. You can win tickets to see this week's films at the Esquire IMAX Theater.
The summer of Silverado continues at Folsom Chevy. General Manager Eric Wilson and his team have rolled out an incredible deal for August on every 2026 Silverado half-ton truck in stock with a 5.3-liter engine. $13,000 off MSRP, 0% financing for 5 years, no monthly payment for 90 days, and there's a lifetime warranty. Find it all at Folsom Chevy at the Folsom Auto Mall. Must finance with GM on approved credit. $16.67 per 1,000 financed. Cannot be combined with other offers. Ends August 30th, 2026.
Capital Casino is conveniently located in downtown, 411 16th Street, and has been a part of the greater Sacramento area for over 20 years. They offer the best variety of games in the region in a safe and friendly environment, and there's plenty of parking, all well lit and monitored by security. Come have a great meal at the cafe and restaurant inside. Capital Casino has the best food, the best service, and the best action. But please always remember to gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
John always listens to his truck. So when his brakes start talking, he goes to AutoZone, where a helpful AutoZoner gets him the right parts. If John has time to put them in, he borrows a kit with Loan-A-Tool. And if he doesn't, he gets a free shop referral. No hassles, just help. Everything you need, nothing you don't.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Deposit required for Loan-A-Tool. Restrictions apply.
And Doug.
Limu and I created a trick to help you remember that you can customize your car insurance and save with Liberty Mutual. You see, the shirts Limu and I wear are yellow, and yellow is the color of lemons. And lemons grow on trees, and trees provide oxygen. And oxygen helps us breathe, and breathing is how you live. And you can live more life when you save money by customizing your car insurance. I agree, Limu. It's really quite simple. Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
The Travel Guys, new on KHTK 1140 every Saturday at 11 a.m.
We'll make you a smarter traveler. Tips you can use on the road and at the airport, plus reports from top consumer advocates.
The Travel Guys, 11 a.m. on Sactown Sports 1140.
The Drive Guys with Kevin Gleason and Alan Stiles on Sactown Sports 1140.
Yeah, Alan's happy today because, his guy, Fernando Mendoza, apparently had a really good joint practice today. For the 49ers, joint practice against the Chargers, according to your guy, Alan Grant Cohn, the 49ers defense got shredded today by Justin Herbert and even Trey Lance.
Cooked.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Vic Tafur only brought up Justin Herbert in a tweet that he had. But, Grant's always going to find, friend of the show, Grant's always going to find a reason to bring up Trey. So that's just part of the deal. But, what Vic said is there's a big difference between, says Justin Herbert and his receivers putting on a show against the 49ers defense. Big step up in competition. Scheme from the practice against Cam Ward and the Titans last week. One of these, we're going to have a conversation about Cam Ward at some point, not today, but what's going on. And maybe we'll do it during Crosstalk because we know Kayla knows a lot about the Titans, but I don't know what's going on there. But as far as the level up in competition, Whitey, yeah, I mean, this is good for the Niners, and I'm not even saying that facetiously. I think this is the real deal, right? And I haven't even been that high on the Chargers' offense and specifically their skill position players. I know Keenan Allen just signed to the Colts, but the thing is, and as somebody who's a fan of a team in the AFC West, one of these guys that might prove to be maybe not the best head coach ever, but can be darn good at what he does. Mike McDaniel, having him at the helm for Jim Harbaugh, that might be one of the biggest additions this offseason.
Well, according to your guy, Grant Cohn, it wasn't just Justin Herbert. It wasn't just Justin Herbert and Trey Lance. He says Justin Herbert, Trey Lance, and DJ Uiagalelei. Uiagalelei.
Uiagalelei. Clemson? Who's at Clemson forever?
Oregon State.
Took turns throwing long touchdown passes from clean pockets to wide open receivers.
Wow. See, now this...
Lenore, Upton Stout, Jair Brown, Mark Siegel, Ephesians Pricehock all got burned multiple times, which is disconcerting because the Chargers offense isn't that great, says Grant.
The skill position players... Ladd.
I'm just reading what he wrote.
So Ladd was going crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, they're not running out a bunch of crazy ex-receivers.
Fred Warner knocked out starting corner Renardo Green by slamming into him.
Friendly fire?
Yeah. He says this defense might not be good, particularly if Nick Bosa misses time. Well, come on. It's a joint practice.
Now we're here.
It's a joint practice.
Now, don't let them get cooked. So they got Quentin Johnston, who is always getting roasted for dropping passes. They have Gadsden, who's their tight end who balled out last season. They have David Njoku, Ladd, and they have the two running backs, but we're talking about the wide receivers right now. But yeah, I mean, it ain't. I'll tell you this much: I didn't see the Chargers on that top 10 wide receiver groups list, Whitey, for Bleacher Report. I didn't see that at all.
Mike Evans left practice with a quad strain. Stribling caught 2 touchdown passes in the red zone. The rest of the day, he essentially got shut out.
This is Grant.
Brock Purdy, yeah. Let's see. Brock Purdy, this is a negative. I'm sorry. Missed it here. It's jumping around on me. I'll have to get back to Brock Purdy. He had something critical to say about Brock Purdy, apparently. But some of that is pretty clearly he's looking for things to be negative about, right?
Yeah.
Now we see why he's having such a great training camp. He's improving, but he's also facing a bad 49er defense. He's supposed to shred it. Even Trey Lance picked it apart today, and he's not that good. Purdy is good, but today he had to face an excellent Charger defense, and he got intercepted for just the third time in camp. So sounds like your guy is looking for maybe that's kind of his thing. Find some negatives to stir things up a little bit.
That's where he does his best work, right?
Mm-hmm.
And what I would do is you cross-reference, what Grant's saying versus what others are saying.
There you go.
And in that cross-reference, we are hearing the same thing from Vic Tafur. Okay?
No, only about Herbert.
Oh, only about Herbert. Only about Herbert. But Vic was saying that this Herbert and those receivers were giving them that action.
By the way, I believe the Chargers are supposed to have their starters play at least a series.
Now I know why you're excited to watch, White.
Yeah.
Now I know.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Now, I know that there are a couple other names that had some kind of things to say, but, you take some of it. I'm seeing Mayoko didn't really say anything about the practice. He's just giving kind of notes on other things that have happened. So some guys are giving breakdowns of the practice. Some guys are
I know I told the Ryan Leaf story yesterday. I remember I was actually on the air at our old station once doing a Saturday show in the Bay Area, and the 49ers were working out that day. And one of the guys that worked there called in because he wanted to come on the air. And not only him, but people, reporters on Twitter, everyone was raving about what a great practice Trey Lance had and how he's going to be the starter. He was great, which I don't doubt that he was, but it was practice.
Yeah.
As was this today. We talk about practice, Alan.
Well, look, as we've said before, when there aren't QB battles going on and things of that nature, you got to come up with something.
Got to create the drama.
Yes, during the preseason as we get ready for the real thing. So that's a little bit of what's going on here.
CMC was there today. I guess he didn't play, but he was there.
Yeah, big note from Adam Schefter via Kyle Shanahan. 49ers head coach Kyle Shanahan said running back Christian McCaffrey, who has missed some time due to muscle tightness, would have – here we go. Oh, wait, we got one. Where's the bingo card? Would have practiced today if it weren't a joint practice.
There you go.
Add it to the bingo card.
Okay.
Would have played if it was a real game. Would have played if it was the playoffs. Would have played if it was the Super Bowl. So now we have would have practiced if it wasn't a joint practice.
Don't you think there's a very good chance that this issue with McCaffrey is a little bit of both? He probably does have some tightness. Mm-hmm. He probably always has tightness, and he probably also would like them to revisit his deal.
Adam continues, 49ers also have no reason to believe that McCaffrey missed that time because it's contract related. And then you have from Matt Barrows, Kyle Shanahan dismissed yesterday's speculation that Christian McCaffrey's absence might be contract related. He said that if it wasn't a joint practice, CMC would have practiced today. Send him out.
So does Mike Florio then have to come back and say, okay, I guess I was wrong? He won't.
But, well, and I think Sims said it too, though. But I think, what are they saying they were right or wrong about? Right? They didn't say this is why he missed. You always got to leave that window open, Whitey.
I gotcha. Hey, all I said was that's what people were saying.
Right. Literally, now you're getting it.
That's like Alan Salles. I've just asked a question. I only asked the question.
What would you say to people that don't think Brock is a top 10 quarterback? Now, I'm not saying it.
Right.
But, those out there are saying it. That's how I lay something out, Whitey.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't say it.
Mm-hmm. In honor of your guy, Fernando Mendoza, who apparently had a really good practice today, I got the Kevin 7 coming up. Top 7 seasons by NFL rookie quarterbacks ever. That's next on Sactown Sports.
Football is back.
This is Sactown, baby.
And Sactown Sactown Sports 1140 is your home for primetime NFL games this season.
This is Kevin Harlan of Westwood One. Catch all the NFL primetime action.
Catch Monday, Thursday, and Sunday night football, international games, the NFL playoffs, and the Super Bowl right here on Sactown Sports all season long. Your local sports leader, Sactown Sports 1140.
Sleep Number's new collections are designed to adapt to the changing nature of your life and your sleep needs. Whether it's the personalized comfort of the Comfort Mode mattress, the targeted pressure relief of the Comfort Next mattress, or the Climate Collection that actively cools or warms to help you fall asleep and stay asleep.
And now, all beds are on sale during our biggest sale of the year. Save 25% on the new Comfort Next Luxe, plus free delivery on any mattress. Ends Monday, only at a Sleep Number store or sleepnumber.com.
T-Mobile is launching something no other wireless network offers. Introducing Nothing. Pay nothing today and walk out of the store with a new phone.
What did he say?
Nothing.
You definitely said something about nothing.
Exactly. Go to T-Mobile, pay nothing up front, and leave with a new phone.
Wait, nothing rules.
She gets it.
Hey, thanks for nothing.
For the first time ever, switch to T-Mobile, pay nothing. No taxes, no fees, no money down. And walk out with a new phone. There are 250 reasons to choose T-Mobile, and now nothing is holding you back.
On eligible devices with qualifying credit plan and 36-month finance agreement.
The IRS finally caught up with Louie.
I hadn't paid my taxes in 8 years. I owed the IRS a lot of money.
Louie was in deep trouble.
We're going to take your house, put a lien on your bank account, garnish your pay. They don't care. They're going to take your paycheck.
Louie found out about Optima Tax Relief, the leading tax resolution firm. A-plus rated by the Better Business Bureau, they've resolved over $3 billion for their clients.
Optima Tax, they help me. They calm me down. They make me feel comfortable, and I trust them.
Louie has a lot to be thankful for.
I don't owe the IRS anymore, and I'm able to live a comfortable life, a lot better life. It was because of Optima Tax.
For tax help you can trust, call Optima now for a free consultation. Take it from Louie.
If you owe the IRS, don't go it alone. Give Optima Tax a call. They can help you.
Call 800-375-2322. 800-375-2322. 800-375-2322.
Optima Tax Relief.
Testimonial from an actual client. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Try Angel Soft for your tushy. It's made by angels. Soft and strong, budget friendly. The choice is simple. A roll that feels like paradise, and always at a heavenly price. Angel Soft, Angel Soft. Soft and strong, so it's simple.
Pick up a pack today.
Angel Soft. Soft and strong, simple.
T-Mobile is launching something no other wireless network offers. Introducing Nothing. Pay nothing today and walk out of the store with a new phone.
What did he say?
Nothing.
You definitely said something about nothing.
Exactly. Go to T-Mobile, pay nothing up front, and leave with a new phone.
Wait, nothing rules.
She gets it.
Hey, thanks for nothing.
For the first time ever, switch to T-Mobile, pay nothing. No taxes, no fees, no money down. And walk out with a new phone. There are 250 reasons to choose T-Mobile, and now nothing is holding you back.
On eligible devices with qualifying credit plan and 36-month finance agreement.
Country in the Park 2, presented by your California Army National Guard, October 23rd at Heart Health Park at Cal Expo with Bailey Zimmerman, Russell Dickerson, plus more. Enjoy line dancing, live DJs, mechanical bull, and food trucks. Tickets start at just $70. Country in the Park 2, October 23rd at Heart Health Park at Cal Expo with Sky River Casino and Joel Got Wines. More info at CITPFest.com.
Are you looking for a night out that actually delivers? Grab your friends and head to Sutter Health Park for Sacramento Rivercats baseball. We've got cold drinks, great vibes, and live baseball all in one place. Get your tickets at rivercats.com.
We're talking to Chad Hoblet, a Hoblet Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Woodland. What's happening for the Make This the Summer sales event?
Right now, you can save up to $20,000 off MSRP on new 2026 Ram 2500 and 3500s.
Search, select, and save through our whole inventory at hobletdodge.com. 20,000 total net savings after dealer discount and factory incentives. Incentives may include 1,000 Hoblet trade-in assistance with eligible trade, 1,000 business owner cash for verified businesses, 500 upfit military first responder bonus cash for eligible members. Incentives may not be combined with other offers or special APR programs. Excludes tax, title, and license fees. At least 5 of this net savings. See dealer for details.
Now through August 31st at Big O Tires, receive $80 to $120 in instant savings on 4 select in-stock Nexen, Nitto, or Sumitomo tires with installation purchase. Disposal fees extra, not good with other offers. See your locally owned Big O Tires dealer for pricing.
The Drive Guys with Kevin Gleason and Alan Stiles on Sactown Sports 1140.
Make sure, if you get a chance, you check out the Rivercats tonight. Alan Stiles going to be out there. $2 Tuesdays. Who are they playing? I don't know that either you didn't tell us or I forgot already.
Oh, yeah. No, I had mentioned it to you. They are, but if you need to, I'll just to remind you.
Yeah.
They have today.
Cats are playing
the Tacoma Rainiers.
Ooh.
Toyota 2 for Tuesdays. That's right. So I got some makeups, so I'll be there Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. And then Saturday, which I won't be there that night, but Saturday, Harry Potter night.
You're a wizard, Harry.
That's a big night.
I ought not to told you that.
That's a big night. So come out.
That's too bad you're not going to be there.
Quidditch. I'll be there Sunday. But come out, play some Quidditch, dress up. It might be a little bit cooler. But today, Toyota 2 for Tuesdays.
Play some what now?
Quidditch.
What is that?
It's a made-up game in Harry Potter.
That you play on a broomstick.
But now people actually play it in real life.
What does it resemble?
Lacrosse?
Oh, okay.
Lacrosse hockey.
Yeah. Lacrosse, hockey, soccer. Yeah.
On a flying broomstick.
Yeah. Now, these broomsticks aren't flying. And I don't know if you can bring a broom into Sutter Health Park, but bring everything else. Bring everything else. And we'll see you out there. That's Sutter Health Ballpark.
You've got maybe the chosen one, huh? The Raiders?
Fernando.
Yeah.
That kid can spin it.
He looked good today.
I mean, this is how we know. And this is why when Matt was freaking out about the week 9 thing and all that, if Fernando did his job, we're all just doing the thing. And I had to talk you back a little bit too. This happens every year, fellas. Every year. With Derek Carr. Was it Matt Schaub and Derek Carr? Man, it's just hard seeing that Lamborghini in the garage every day. We got another Lamborghini, and this is how it starts. Oh yeah, we're not going to rush him.
This one has a higher sticker price than the other car that you have.
Yes, whoever said Lambo, I mean, come on, or whatever they said. All right, we're not going to be disrespectful, but I don't think it was a Lambo. But this is how it always happens. Now,
LE package.
Yeah, it was better than that. I'd say there's a guy, and he just put his house for sale. Older gentleman, 3 Corvettes, just a big Corvette guy. And he always has his garage open to let you know. He'll be cleaning one, right? And then the other 2 in the garage.
You need to watch what you say about Corollas on $2 Tuesdays, Toyota $2 Tuesdays.
I didn't say anything about the Corolla.
Okay,
I'm saying Derek Carr might be you can see a Corvette. Yeah, it's not. It's nice. It's nice. There's other cars. There's a Lamborghini and others, but Corvette is a nice car. Little couple moments in there.
Well, I want to see what you think of this list here. It's time for today's Kevin 7.
Not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, not 6, not 7.
It's not 1, 2, or even 3. It's 7. Kevin 7 with Whitey Gleason.
Top 7 seasons by rookie quarterbacks in NFL history.
Okay.
I would like you to pick one of these that you think Fernando is most likely to approach.
Okay.
Number 7, 2024 Washington Commanders, Jaden Daniels, breaking RG3's NFL record with 891 rushing yards, becoming the 4th rookie to be responsible for more than 30 touchdowns, 25 passing, 6 rushing, also 3,568 passing yards, 100.1 passer rating, and a 1.9 interception percentage. Jaden Daniels, 7th best rookie season.
Solid.
Number 6, the great Justin Herbert, 2020, set a rookie record, 31 passing touchdowns. Most completions by a rookie, 396. Most 300-yard games by a rookie quarterback. Finished 6th all-time in passing yards by a rookie. That earned him AP Offensive Rookie of the Year award. And apparently he looked pretty good against the Niners today, huh? Number 5. This might be the best college player I have ever seen. 2012 Washington RG3. He threw for 3,200 yards, 20 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, 826 rushing yards, offensive rookie of the year, RG3, and then things fell apart for him with injuries, but man, he was good in 2012.
Yes, he was.
And at Baylor, just, woo!
That was the dawn of the new day because you had RG3,
Luck,
the whole crew.
And another guy we're going to get to, but not yet, although he was part of that group. Number 4, the greatest seasons by rookie quarterbacks ever, Carolina Panthers 2011, Cam Newton.
Man.
Your guy, right?
Now that's one. How did I miss that on the My Guy list? But Cam Newton
set records for the most passing yards, 4,051, most rushing touchdowns by a quarterback, 14, most combined yards, 4,784 by a rookie, offensive rookie of the year, Cam Newton.
Didn't sneak up on anybody coming off that Heisman and the national championship, the number 1 pick. There were not a ton of doubters out there, but I think just because of how he played, and I think a lot of people wondered about how short of he didn't have a long career, I guess. So people thought, oh, is this a flash in the pan? And he went out there and he showed, no, I can really do this.
Should have won that Super Bowl, taking nothing away from the Broncos, but I thought the Panthers' game plan was lacking.
Yeah, I wanted that one for Cam.
Yeah, Kevin 7 today, top 7 seasons by rookie NFL quarterbacks ever. Number 3, 2012, Seattle Seahawks. Russell Wilson.
Let Russ cook.
3,118 yards, 26 touchdowns, just 10 interceptions, tying at the time Peyton Manning's record for touchdown passes by a rookie. Number 2, I'm not the biggest fan, but in 2004, he compiled a 13-0 record in starts during his rookie year, threw for 2,621 yards, 17 touches, only 11 picks, and led the Steelers to the AFC Championship game. Ben Roethlisberger.
Man, people forget how he cooked when he first came into the league.
And number 1, 1983. One of the exceptions to the rookies can't make an immediate impact rule. He threw for 20 touchdowns, only 6 picks during his debut season, got Pro Bowl honors, took over as Miami's quarterback midseason, Dan Marino. Wow. Top 7 seasons by rookie quarterbacks ever. Where do you think Fernando could end up on that list?
Well, obviously they're different types of players,
Yes.
right? He's not going to have the same type of rushing yards as some of the guys that you named. But and the weird thing is we don't know when we're going to see him, but when he does get the keys.
Here we go.
When he does get the keys. I'm not going to go too crazy. I'm going to say he'll end up in that between 4 and 6 realm. Nothing too crazy. I'm not going to, do the typical fan thing, but based on what we are seeing, it's almost time, Raider Nation. It's almost time. He'll be number 4 on your list next season. Wow.
Nice.
Need it too.
Yeah.
Don't forget. Now, okay, guys. Now, you saw it in the national championship. Fernando got some wiggle. Can we agree on that?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Although he's more like, I'm going to knock you over than wiggle around you, but yeah.
Yeah. But he's got a little bit of wiggle. He's not going to have the rushing yards like Cam or Jaden Daniels or anybody like that, but he's going to sneak up on some people. Just when you forget about it, that safety, Jay, that safety's still 20 yards out. Fernando, go get me one, Nando. Go get me one. 4th and 10, go get me one, Nando.
I'm going to respectfully disagree.
Was Jaden Daniels 2024, was it a mirage? Are we going to see that again?
I'm not doing the CJ Stroud big season thing, but I am very intrigued by what Jaden Daniels is going to do this season because the obvious answer should be, he's going to cook again. I don't know that, right? We've seen guys without scouting reports sneak up on the league. CJ Stroud, and then things change a little bit. So I don't know what to expect from Jaden Daniels.
I think it's a big prove-it year for that whole franchise, not just the quarterback.
Yeah.
But obviously, he's a big part of it.
They're another team, and I know they've made some moves, but they're another team that just refused. I don't know why these teams, the Bills were kind of in this spot as well. Another team just refusing to get their star. And I know, depending on how you feel about Terry McLaurin, but just refusing to get their guy a dude. They just refuse to do it.
I guess Ayuk's going to be there before you know it. Or not.
Yeah, he's going to be doing TikToks.
Or selling tickets.
Selling tickets.
When we come back, speaking of rookies, where does Darius Acuff rank, if he ranks at all, in ESPN's new rookie projections? Thank you, Jay, for playing the police. We'll be right back. Drive, guys. Sactown Sports.
Football is back.
This is Sactown, baby!
Sactown Sports 1140 is your home for primetime NFL games this season.
This is Kevin Harlan of Westwood One. Catch all the NFL primetime action.
Catch Monday, Thursday, and Sunday night football, international games, the NFL playoffs, and the Super Bowl right here on Sactown Sports all season long. Your local sports leader, Sactown Sports 1140.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Granger. Granger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRANGER, click Granger.com, or just stop by. Granger, for the ones who get it done.
Thunder, feel the thunder. It's the energy all around you.
Lightning and the thunder.
The thrill of the moments to come. The flash of lights. The rush of pure exhilaration. The roar of the crowd. See it, hear it, feel it.
Feel the thunder. Lightning and the thunder.
Thunder Valley Casino Resort. Feel the thunder.
Hi, I'm Justin Gingery. One of the most common questions I receive is, what makes us different from other law firms? At Gingery, Hammer & Associates, we handle your case from beginning to the end. Whether your case reaches a settlement, whether it must go into litigation, or whether it has to go all the way to trial, we will be with you along the entire way. And because we are committed to your case, we are as invested as you are in making sure you get the outcome you deserve.
When you get an injury, just call Gingery.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-292-4541 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-292-4541. That's 800-292-4541. What do you have to lose? Call 800-292-4541. Again, 800-292-4541.
The summer of Silverado continues at Folsom Chevy. General Manager Eric Wilson and his team have rolled out an incredible deal for August on every 2026 Silverado half-ton truck in stock with a 5.3-liter engine. $13,000 off MSRP, 0% financing for 5 years, no monthly payment for 90 days, and there's a lifetime warranty. Find it all at Folsom Chevy at the Folsom Auto Mall. Must finance with GM on approved credit. $16.67 per 1,000 financed. Cannot be combined with other offers. Ends August 30th, 2026.
Capital Casino is conveniently located in downtown, 411 16th Street, and has been a part of the greater Sacramento area for over 20 years. They offer the best variety of games in the region in a safe and friendly environment, and there's plenty of parking, all well lit and monitored by security. Come have a great meal at the cafe and restaurant inside. Capital Casino has the best food, the best service, and the best action. But please always remember to gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
KHD1 Sacramento. KYMX HD3 Sacramento.
Sactown Sports 1140. Your local sports leader. Live and local, it's the Drive Guys. Watch the show on youtube.com/Sactown Sports 1140.
Or listen on the Sactown Sports app.
So the 49ers had a scrimmage today, joint practice with the Chargers. Here's Alan Stiles to tell you how it went. Didn't go well from what we're hearing, Alan.
It was a dice. A dice sesh. You ever seen those Cutco knives or that infomercial where you throw all the vegetables into that little chopper, right? Chops everything up.
Yeah.
What was it, Jay?
The old school slap chop?
The slap chop.
Vegematic.
That was not just Justin Herbert. It was Trey Lance.
Mm-hmm.
It was DJ from round the way, Clemson, Oregon State. Oh, my goodness. I saw somebody, who was it? Jair Brown. Somebody ran in, like you said, Whitey, ran into their own guys. They got absolutely cooked, man. Now, some of it, I did see this, okay? So there's a play. Well, there's Ephesians Prysock. This is Coach Yak saying he got beat deep. But other people are then saying, if you look at some of the plays, which won't, obviously fully get broken down, there are some sacks that I guess they just let play through. Mm-hmm. So, you get a Chargers person saying, look at this play, and then you get I think it was SF Niners or somebody like that saying, that would have been a sack. So now, but this is what I love, the drama of joint practices and preseason football. And everybody can be right in their own mind, because now you see all the Niner fans, yeah. No, he didn't get beat. No. He would have been sacked, so it wouldn't have mattered. It's whatever helps you sleep at night on both sides.
One joint practice, but I do think no matter how they played today, the 49ers defense is going to be the key to whatever improvement they may show this year.
Yeah. I mean, you have to get after, and I know we were joking with Raheem Morris and his nickname for Brock. There's another nickname we got to get into, right?
Yeah.
We got that one too. But
you don't like that one either, do you?
That one is, I don't even know I get it, but come on now.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what are we doing?
Talking about George Kittle's nickname for Dijon Stribling.
Honey Dijon.
Mm-hmm.
Now that's worse than Layer.
He apparently hates.
Dijon Stribling does?
Yeah.
It's Strib Club. That's what it is. Because Honey Dijon, first of all, Dijon mustard is just Dijon. And then there's honey mustard, right? I don't even know. Is there a Honey Dijon?
Good question. I don't know.
I know Dijon.
I don't know that it's going to stick.
I don't think it will, George. Just get better.
Mm-hmm.
Just get better, and that's all we need from you now. No Honey Dijon.
More time rehabbing, less time working on nicknames.
Just get out there, man. They need you. Clearly they need you. But this is, Whitey, exactly why you have to watch preseason football. Because whether you want hope, whether you want to worry, maybe you're not sure what you want. But we are talking about joint practices. Football is so back. Mm-hmm. By the way, I saw JT the Brick bring up Kirk Cousins. Man, he commanded that offense today. I know we're talking about Fernando. Kirk Cousins does strike me as, at this point in his career, he probably cooks in practice, joint practice, because he's just so used to everything.
Especially in the sessions.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
Looks the part, understands the role. Mike Washington Jr., phenomenal. He looked like the real deal, says JT Brick. But this is all, JT the Brick, this is all we have to break down right now, Whitey.
I'm surprised that Cousins played well today, because I thought Tuesday's his day off. I guess that's not till the season.
Not till the season. Yeah, he's got to show the ropes first before he gets on out of there. But this is where we're at. And I think if you are the Niners, who was it? It was Jair Brown getting into it. Who was it, Jay? It was Dante Whitner, right? Didn't they have the back and forth, if I'm not mistaken? Don't let Dante see this tape.
I thought that was Dante Whitner and Kyle Draper.
Wait,
that too.
What? Wait, what? I missed that.
On Brock Purdy. They didn't really get into it.
Okay.
Drape said some things about Brock Purdy, and then Jay got him on.
Well, I'm forecasting greatness.
Wow.
That was he was talking about Brock Purdy right there.
That was Dante Whitner?
Yeah.
Wow.
To Kyle Draper.
So, there was a lot of talking and what should have stayed in between personal conversations and what didn't. But once you are on the field and the tape is the tape, I said earlier, numbers don't lie, but the tape don't lie either. So that secondary, I know we're all talking about, and it's all connected, right, Whitey? If you can't get to the quarterback, that makes things tougher on your secondary because you're out here, chasing around Ladd McConkey and a bunch of other dudes. So it does go hand in hand, and that's a really important piece to this, to your point. I know we're all going to talk about the offense and CMC and the tightness, and you got Mike Evans icing every body part that he has, but that defense is really where this thing is going to start.
Yeah, I know Baldy was on our old station today, and he was talking about the 49ers, and he said, You got to go get Vita Vea.
I forgot. That's the funny thing about these trade requests. That gave us 2 weeks of content, and then it just stopped.
Yeah, but you can still do it. I mean, unless Tampa Bay's like, yeah, thank you for letting us know we have no interest in trading you.
There's nothing to see
Rams
here.
would do it. That the 49ers are like, yeah, well,
Rams would do it.
Everything balanced and measured so we can be good again next year. But you have to win at some point.
Rams would do it if they needed to. They've already made their moves. So, you better look out. They might still do it.
I was thinking that. I didn't want to say it.
They might actually still do it.
Yeah.
Because bleep them picks.
Yeah. Aaron Donald will be like, yeah, I'm out. That's okay. We just got Vita Vea.
Yeah. Nah, actually,
okay,
I'm
now
back.
I will play.
Yeah. I mean, but here's the thing. When we saw, help me out with the timeline here, we had training camp going on for the NBA, and I feel like they played a preseason game or two before signing Russ. Feels like, because remember, Scott Perry was in those practices. He gets in those practices, training camp, preseason starts up. Yeah, we need somebody else. Dennis is, we need more. Then they go out and they get Russell Westbrook. How likely is that to happen in the NFL where it's so hard to tell what's real, what's not? You're tackling, you're not tackling, you're playing second team, you're playing third team, you're playing first team. For the Niners to say, yeah, we thought we were good with what we brought in, Odigizua, whoever, outside of injuries, right? Yeah, we thought we were good with XYZ, but you know what? Let's go see what the Bucs are talking about for Vita Vea.
I know that our friend Vic Tafer was writing in The Athletic today about his projected 53-man roster, and he focuses again, among other things. He looks at all the positions, but he's talking about that left guard again, Connor Colby. And he says the Connor Colby experiment appears to have ended. So right now it's Jones, the former Dolphin, will probably play there. They have a rookie who could play there. Or he says, and this is to your point, he says, or they would look, at picking somebody up. But it looks like at this point, the 49ers and most teams, they're not interested in making any major moves.
No. It's gotten a little quiet, some free agent signings.
Some, heaven forbid, somebody's quarterback goes down or something that changes the equation.
Yeah. I mean, right now, it's just all about, the only guys it feels like they've brought in, they've worked out some running backs and they've brought in some wide receivers. But
apparently, Curtis Rourke played well enough where they now may have to figure out, do we want to keep 3 quarterbacks?
Or try to trade him.
Or I don't know where else you could stash him. But, then obviously, that affects the rest of the depth you have. But he could be a guy that, because he didn't play last year, he's like a rookie and he's played well. You may have a commodity that other teams, maybe not right now, but may have interest in.
Doesn't that get frustrating as a Niners fan? I know they've been super solid, but they just have random, like the pluses that they have are just kind of dumb. Like we do this every year where we're the Niners can't get to the quarterback and their secondary can be shaky, but man, they got some good backups.
That third quarterback.
Yeah, that third quarterback, they nailed it. If anybody's in the market, maybe they can get a 6th rounder. Like it feels like they find themselves winning in situations that I don't want to say they don't matter, but they're not as, like we're talking about Vita Vea, but on the flip side, you have everyone writing, what are they going to do with Curtis Rourke? That's a tough go. Vita Vea.
You might be overstating it, but I understand your point.
No, there's no time to talk about Vita Vea. What can we get for Rourke? That's the more.
Get for him. We got to keep him.
We got to stash him.
Yeah.
Because you never know. I just have never, it's always something new. This is the big thing. Well, a lot of people can get to the quarterback.
Well, if anything, I think it speaks to how they haven't always drafted as well as they would like at some positions that they identify as key positions, but still can't bring in the people that are going to help them.
Hey, a lot of people can get to the quarterback, right? We can't, but a lot of teams can. But how many teams have 3 starting quarterbacks? Which we don't actually know that Rourke is one, but he's now practice and preseason matters when we're talking about Rourke because he's on the Niners. But when something else happens, no, it's just preseason.
I think the 49ers have a little bit of a thing about 3 quarterbacks ever since they were playing like CMC almost had to play quarterback against the Eagles in the NFC Championship game.
They're just
Josh Johnson was under center going, I don't know what we do here.
Shout out Oakland. But ever since then, they're the one that Sam Darnold seeing ghosts.
Yeah.
We have to have 3 because you never know. Okay, that's fine. Now, again, I'm having some fun here, but if you did that, but then also went and got Vita Vea, then I wouldn't be clowning about the third quarterback combo. But when it's, no.
But you can't just go out and get him. You can't just go get Vita Vea.
Well, we need
at least what you or Baldinger says.
We need some rumors or something. The Niners have interest in bringing in another, defensive pass rusher, whatever it is. They don't have to do it.
Who are the 3 to 5 most obnoxious teams / fan bases in football?
In
you.
Football?
Yeah.
Well, the Cowboys.
Yeah.
That's
why I was going to ask one, but that's an obvious.
That's probably That's probably number 1.
Are the 49ers on that list for you as a Raider fan?
I would not say that on the air.
I didn't ask you if you'd say it on the air.
I would never say that on the air. So let me think of 2 other teams. Obnoxious, though? People would say
teams maybe that when they're on, you're just like,
people would say the Eagles. Obviously, I have connections out there, but I can understand why. I can understand why the Eagles.
You're winning a lot of fans today.
No, I can understand. I'll put the Eagles there as a general. I'll put them there.
Mm-hmm.
Who else is there?
I mean, are the Chiefs on your list? You being a
No, I don't have a problem with Chiefs
you
fans.
being supposedly a Raider fan.
Yeah, but I don't have a problem with.
The more you talk, the more we wonder.
People get on. Everyone jokes that the Rams don't have fans. With Niner fans, are you throwing the Seahawks in there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not as bad maybe as it used to be, but it's still.
I think the proximity helps in that. So I probably.
And those Legion of Boom teams, like, whoa.
Yeah.
They were really good, which made it worse.
Right. Seahawks are probably there. I'm going through and, the New York Giants, even the big brands, I don't know that they're obnoxious. This team isn't.
I get a little fed up with all the Lambo and all that.
Okay. I was going to say Packers fans aren't necessarily annoying. They're by way of how they talk. It just feels like there's way too many of them. Like anywhere you go, there's going to be a Packers fan. There's going to be some reason they bring up why they're a Packers fan, but there's always one. Every building, this building included, every building has at least one Packers fan.
Why do you think there are so many Minnesota Vikings fans? I know many. I don't have anything against the Vikings, but for a team that's never won a Super Bowl, everywhere you go, every place you work, there's at least 3 guys that, I'm a Vikings fan. Oh, why?
I mean, they had their moments, right? They had some names to grab onto, but I don't ask Chris Watkins. Chris Watkins has a reason for it, right? It's kind of random, but he does have. It's not traditional. Right? He's not from Minnesota, which would be the most traditional way. But I think a lot of those kind of storied franchises in the middle, in the middle of the NFC North. There's always going to be a Steelers fans. Again, they're not obnoxious to me, but there's a Steelers fan everywhere. They got they walk into their cubicle. There's a terrible towel. Why do you have that?
Some of the biggest brands in the NFL.
You're from Arden.
Having been a fan for a long time, I think you can trace them back to the 70s.
Yeah.
And they used to be on TV all the time, and so people watch, and then their kids become fans. And so some of those teams, like Miami, it's starting to die out now, but they were one of those brands for many years.
Yeah.
And Minnesota, and of course, Pittsburgh.
Lions fans don't annoy me.
Lions fans in some ways are like Kings fans, except
that's Dave's.
They actually started winning.
That's Dave's money take. He loves bringing that up. The Lions-Kings connection, which both felt hotter. They were both hotter about 2-3 years ago.
Yes, absolutely.
But they're still there. Chargers, do they have fans? Broncos fans, again, AFC West, I know they should be annoying to me.
You're a Raider fan. You should be saying, Broncos, boo! I mentioned the Broncos and the Chiefs.
You probably
Jay, what's with this Raider fan? He's like, they're okay.
You probably throw the Chiefs.
Fly, Eagles fly.
No, stop that.
That's why.
You probably throw the Chiefs in there because they have bandwagon fans. So they probably
Chiefs
deserve
definitely in there.
a shout for sure.
I'll give you another one.
Please, I was waiting for you.
Yeah, man. The Patriot fans.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. And I mean, for good reason. You guys have been blessed.
They're another one.
Yes.
There's an AE downstairs right now.
Oh, my God.
Patriots fan, never been to the East Coast. We love
Never
you.
crossed the Mason-Dixon line.
We love you, though. We love you.
Who might that be?
I couldn't tell you. I don't know.
Because I don't know.
But yeah, Packers.
Patriots fans for sure.
Jets fans Bills fans aren't really annoying. Okay, the table's cool.
Yeah, it is.
We got you. It's your year.
Seattle for sure. Chiefs for sure. Cowboys, I think, is number one villain for everyone at this point, right?
Eagles, very high.
Eagles, super high, Whitey. You're 1,000% correct. Patriots, definitely. Packers, ho-hum is just because the history and everything. It's like, you guys, take a step back.
We're part owners.
Yeah.
That whole deal.
All right, UPS. That's cool. That's fine.
Steeler fans are borderline annoying because it's like, you're not any good anymore.
Yeah, but they have high expectations.
Yeah, right. And they have pedigree, championship pedigree.
You know, this one would
I
be.
know they won the division last year.
This would definitely be regional. When I was in Texas for a long time, they would definitely tell you Saints fans.
Really?
And Falcon fans. Yeah, like down south. I think it's a regional thing. Like, when you're down Texas, probably a little different. You're in the Midwest, it's going to probably be, Vikings and Lions fans, Bears, that type of stuff. But if you ask people from Texas, the Saints, they're everywhere. Like, Saints fans are over the top down there.
Now, there are some in hibernation, no pun intended. Like I would see how do Bears fans come correct this season? Like they haven't been good. Now that they're good, do they have a little bit? Well, they're gonna be a new AE. I've always been a Bears fan.
Okay, well, first of all, you keep taking shots at this person. Who's the Patriots fan that hasn't been to the East Coast?
No, I don't know.
By the way,
just saying,
funny
this is
thing
hypothetical.
We know that no matter what team we're talking about, there's somebody here at our building who roots for him because Ramsey works here. So it's like,
so we're covered.
Yeah,
He's a habitual line stepper.
So we are covered.
Every team in the league, he's like, yeah, that's my team.
Yeah, we are covered, man. Okay. Someone says, Razor, what about the Raider fans turned Patriot fans? What is that?
Ooh.
Who is that?
That's very offensive.
Yeah. I need to know how you ended up
Would
there.
that be that an Oakland Raider fan becomes that's the last thing they'd ever do is become a Patriot fan.
Yeah. Well, I mean, our guy, Kyle Ledbetter.
I don't think that's a thing.
Well, I'm going to stick it to the Raiders by being a Patriots fan. That's dirty.
Mm-hmm.
That's dirty. But Kyle was a Chargers fan when they left San Diego. He did a version of that. He went to Kansas City.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty close.
Mm-hmm.
Against religion.
Yeah, that's pretty
There's
close.
no way that should have happened.
Because, when we were having the conversation last week about how fandoms can just get a little confusing, especially when your teams leave, and that's happening more and more often, I didn't know what to do when the Raiders left, right? I had some friends, and not to get into the kind of nooks and crannies of it, well, the Raiders tried, and, Oakland, it was a little bit different.
How long before you realized they were gone? Because I know you say you're a Raider fan, but
oh yeah,
once like 6 or 7 games.
What's that? Why is nobody at the Coliseum?
I think we should be able to run that conference and smash the Cowboys.
But I don't know. When a team leaves, what are you supposed to do, right? Oh, Alan, the Raiders left Oakland, man. How are you still going to be a fan? Okay, give me my options. Be a Niner fan. Okay, give me my other options.
Mm-hmm.
Be a fan of a random team just to spite them. What are you supposed to do? Nobody really knows. I had a buddy, he was an A's fan, and the A's left, obviously, and he said, I'm going to be a Cubs fan. That lasted 2 weeks, right? Nick Kurtz gets pulled up, Jacob Wilson, he goes, yeah, I still like the A's.
You can't help it sometimes.
You can't. So I never, we had crazy calls when the A's announced they were moving to Sacramento and people were calling in. We had a caller from Baltimore talking about the Colts and all this stuff, but there's really no playbook. I mean, what are you supposed to do? Everybody, that is the epitome of fan how you want to fan in my opinion.
You just got to hang on to your self-respect however you do that.
Yes.
For some fans, it's like, I can't keep rooting for them. Other fans like, no, it's still the same team. I don't blame the guys. That's what I'm rooting for is the guys. It's not their fault.
Yeah.
They probably wouldn't have moved.
Right.
But can't you guys at least say something in the form of you can't jump to the ultimate hater of your squad? Like you can't be a Raider and then jump to be a Chief. Or a Bronco.
I question how much that actually happens.
That Razor. I think Razor Rudy is the only one saying, "What about all those fans that went from Raiders to Patriots?" Huh? I think you might be solo on that one because that's the thing. You still should have there are players that have gotten traded from certain teams, but I used to play for the Giants and now I play for the Brewers, but I still hate the Dodgers. You know what I mean? Or fans in that nature. You're still going to hate that team, even though, all right, I'm not really a Raider fan anymore, but I'm definitely not going to be a Chiefs fan.
It's ingrained in you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it should be.
Jay, if, heaven forbid, if the Kings had moved to Seattle, do you think there'd still be people in Sacramento, a lot of people that would root for the Seattle Kings? Would they still have fans here? You think?
Yeah, because I think we've seen it with the Raiders. Great point.
What are you supposed to do? Be a Warrior fan?
But they would have switched it though, right? Wouldn't they have turned it to the Sonics probably?
Yeah.
But I would say yeah, because that's the only squad we ever had.
But you're right, that is different because they wouldn't even have been the Kings most likely.
Yeah.
Would have been a whole different.
Kind of OKC-ish.
Yeah.
How many Sonics fans are OKC fans?
I don't think there's many.
Yeah.
But now that they won, we kind of got to shit. The 209 says, okay, what about how Raider fans are in love with Tom Brady now that he's part of the front office? I think it's a great shout, 209. I think it's the ultimate alpha thing for Brady to say, now I literally own you.
See, that reminds me of what happened here when Shaq became part of the ownership group.
Yeah.
Shaq.
I know.
Of the Kings.
Yeah.
That was the ultimate capitulation.
But again, my question back to the 209 is, what is this fan supposed to do? Oh, well, I like the Raiders. I still can't stand Tom Brady. But now you got Fernando. He helped. He was a part of that, Tom was. I think it's done. He ain't playing no more. Just be good.
I was the ultimate gatekeeper on anything going, well, I can't tell fans. Who can tell fans what to do? That's what you do all the time.
I don't tell fans what to do. I don't tell fans how to fan. Whenever
you tell people how to do everything.
Outside of sports. Illegally fish and other things. Okay? You get your lottery ticket. Scratch it somewhere else. Don't scratch it in line.
As a Raider fan, Alan, and this was, you were fairly young, at 916-339-1140. Whitey, please jump on in on this too. The Patriots took the championship or an opportunity to play for the championship from the Raiders. But is that your, sworn enemy? Do you feel a thing against the Patriots forever, or is it just
I think you do.
Okay.
Because, Ken is saying after the Tuck play, no Raider fan could become a Pats fan.
Right.
That's the one.
Yeah, I got you.
That's the one. Out of all the teams, it can't be them.
Can't be them.
I would say
Can't be the Chiefs. Can't be the Broncos. Can't be the Chargers.
No. Here's a friend of ours from the Seattle area. No Sonics fans or Thunder fans.
I believe that.
Hop on that bandwagon.
I believe that.
Well, now they stayed true, and they're going to hopefully get their team back, or it looks like they are. Not everybody gets that. I think they always – it's almost interesting how they just felt like, no, we refuse. We will get our team back, and ended up working out for them. Doesn't always happen like that.
Do me a favor real quick. Excuse me. Can you ask that Seattle fan who just chimed in, did they just give up basketball? Like rooting for a team and just rooted for the sport? You just, what did you do?
Do they root for Portland?
Yeah, what do you do? Because that's kind of where I'm at with the A's. I'm having a hard time trying to figure out what the next move is.
I was just going to say I really admired Oiler fans because the Oilers said we're moving to Tennessee, but we're going to stay here for 2 years, whatever it was. And Oiler fans said they just turned their backs on them. They actually had to go to Tennessee before they were going to. And they played – didn't they play at Vanderbilt or somewhere? They had to go. Tennessee had to hightail it out before they wanted to because Houston said, go then. And I always wish Raider fans had done that. But we didn't. And that's fine. I guess there was a hope that maybe some way we can keep them here. But I always thought that was cool. They said, we're leaving. We're going to be here 2 years or 3 years. And fans in Houston basically said, no, you can't stay here that long. And they had to leave early.
Yeah.
Team turns your back on you. You turn your back on them.
And that's the whole play, right? If I am going to leave, I'm going to be the biggest hater ever.
Yeah.
And if you're built for that, then you're built for that. But I don't think most people are.
A lot of fans gave up the NBA, apparently, Jay, according to our Seattle source.
Done, huh?
Yeah. We'll come back with a look at, as promised, NBA rookies and how Darius Acuff projects, according to the experts at ESPN. More in the NFL as well, of course. Still to come here with the Drive Guys at Sactown Sports.
Football is back.
This is Sactown, baby!
And Sactown Sports 1140 is your home for primetime NFL games this season. This is Kevin Harlan of Westwood One. Catch all the NFL primetime action. Catch Monday, Thursday, and Sunday Night Football, international games, the NFL playoffs, and the Super Bowl right here on Sactown Sports all season long. Your local sports leader, Sactown Sports 1140.
So, I need hamburgers, sodas, ice, and a DJ.
A DJ?
Relax, Pa. With T-Mobile, we're saving when we bundle home internet and phone lines.
Oh, wow! Here to bundle and save big. Stay connected con tu gente with 4 lines from T-Mobile with fast, easy-to-set-up 5G home internet and save up to $1,000 a year. Switch now on T-Mobile.com/conectate. Savings based on third line free via monthly bill credits. Internet discount with $15 in monthly bill credits and auto pay discount. Qualifying credit required. Credits will stop if you cancel any lines or change plans. Visit T-Mobile.com.
Toyota's national sales event is on. Save big on Toyota's 21 hybrid and electrified models. Score deals on the 50 MPG Corolla Hybrid and 51 MPG Camry. Get 1.99% APR on the all-electric 2026 CHR. Or get 0% APR plus $500 finance cash on that fully electric 2026 BZ and the BZ Woodland. Toyota's national sales event is on now. Stop by your local Toyota dealer today. Toyota, let's go places. Offers available through TFS to buyers with premium rated credit. Not be combined with other offers. Ends 8/31/26.
Hey, it's Flo here to say drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds.
Nice. With my new savings, I'll get some hiking gear. It'll be great for my outdoor era.
I don't know if it counts as an era if you just buy stuff.
I got a cute hiking backpack. It's an outdoor era.
Well, you only bought one thing. I don't think it's an era.
Well, I think we're in a agree to disagree era.
Yeah, sure, you're probably right. Anyway, with the money you could save by switching to Progressive, you can afford to switch to other things in life. It's
my savings era.
Also, everything you do is not an era.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Pump up the volume.
Business moves fast. Orders roll in, deadlines close in. When you ship with USPS Ground Advantage, you can keep up with confidence. Every package stays in our secure network from dock to door. And with nationwide reach, dependable tracking, and upfront affordable pricing, you get built-in peace of mind. You run the business. We run the routes. Visit USPS.com/Ground Advantage to learn more.
Hi, this is Greg Papa. Disasters hit every day. If your home, business, or building has suffered from any disaster, SunPoint Public Adjusters can help. SunPoint prepares, presents, and negotiates your claim with the insurance company, working only for you, making sure you get everything you're entitled to and letting your focus be on what's most important, your family or your business. Call SunPoint today at 888-247-7865 or contact us at sunpoint.us. SunPoint Public Adjusters, the gold standard in public adjusting.
License number 2N14884.
At Big O, we offer total auto care to make any car problem feel like no problem at all. We keep the scary lights off and help you get back on the road. Now through August 31st, during our High Temps Low Prices sales event, receive $80 to $120 in instant savings on 4 select in-stock Nexen, Nitto, or Sumitomo tires with installation purchase. Big O Tires, the team you trust. Installation required. Disposal fees and shop fees extra were permitted. See store for pricing. Eligibility may vary. Not valid with other offers.
In celebration of 80 years of 49ers football, Sactown Sports is counting down 80 of the most memorable moments that have shaped the team's storied legacy and winning tradition. Here's today's faithful flashback.
Number 17, Jerry Rice's farewell.
Jerry Rice's final home game as a San Francisco 49er was a memorable 17-0 victory over the Chicago Bears on December 17th of 2000 at Candlestick Park. Despite rumors of his impending release, Rice caught 7 catches for 76 yards and was carried off the field by teammates in an emotional farewell. Rice would go on to play 4 more productive seasons, but just counting his years in San Francisco, his stats would have him with the most yards receiving and most receiving touchdowns in NFL history. Also on this emotional and memory-filled day, Terrell Owens set an NFL and franchise record for receptions in a game, hauling in 20 catches for 283 yards and a touchdown.
Faithful flashbacks on Sactown Sports 1140. Download the app and listen to The Drive Guys.
The Drive Guys with Kevin Gleason and Alan Stiles.
On Sactown Sports 1140.
We've been talking about the NFL and NFL fandom and the most obnoxious fan bases and teams. Another side of that, what do you guys think the answer would be if we polled every football fan in the region? Impossible. But if we did, we would end up and ask everybody, who's your team? Which team or teams would end up with the fewest answers? What team, NFL team, has the fewest fans in Northern California?
I mean, just go based on proximity, right? NFC
Maybe,
South.
but you know that some of those, like I know a 49er fan
AFC
would say,
South.
oh, people hate the Cowboys. Cowboys have a ton of fans. We know, right?
Yeah.
Cowboys have a ton of fans.
Jets, Giants, New York, Chicago's big.
Yeah.
I think that AFC South is looking bleak.
The 3 for me, I'd say Jacksonville. The Texans.
Yep, both AFC South.
Yeah.
And then the third one that pops in my mind is Carolina.
Okay, I was going to stick with the division and say, Tennessee doesn't have
Tennessee. That might be.
Fans.
But the whole state might be. Well, yeah, that's what you said here, right?
Yeah,
probably those 3. Yeah.
Yeah, it's that whole division.
Yeah, it's probably those 3.
It's a rough. That's
Carolina is right there with them.
Yeah, but Carolina, you probably still have a couple hanging around from the Super Bowl. Cam,
Terry Collins.
Yeah. Steph is a Panthers fan.
Yeah,
a little bit of carryover there, but that AFC South
they've
there,
been in the Super Bowl twice, right? They haven't won, but
right.
Yeah. Kerry Collins and Cam, right?
Yeah,
It's probably, if I'm guessing, I'd probably say the Texans or Jacksonville has the least amount of fans in the NFL.
I can't imagine.
Chargers.
Yeah, I can't imagine the Cardinals have a lot. But every time I say that, you find out.
But that's their state.
Yeah.
They stink, but they're in there.
That's like Tennessee. That's why I think it's the state.
Yeah.
Chargers are in the bottom.
They're definitely. And Jacksonville's already split up because you got Tampa and Miami. You know, then you got Atlanta right there, Saints kind of right there, Carolina. Like, there's not a lot of real estate for Jacksonville to be good.
I know my wife, I think she used to work with someone who was a big Charger fan from their San Diego days. And I think even Kimberly in the chat today has said she's a Charger fan. I think there's more Charger fans than you think. I'm not saying there's a ton.
They don't go to the games.
No. I'm not even sure they're all down there. But again, we're talking about in this
right
area.
in this area.
Yeah.
I'd say more Charger fans in this area for sure.
So, from the 916. So, I grew up in Orange County. Rams left to St. Louis. I had no team. Moved to NorCal, met a gal. She's a diehard Niner fan, also a diehard Giants fan. I was a Dodger fan. I'm now a Giants and Niner fan.
What?
Am I a terrible person or just a sucker for a beautiful woman? Still married for 22 years.
Wow. Please leave your penis at the door. Right? I mean, come on. Wow. What is that?
I'm going to just go. Never mind.
Wow.
It's a love story.
Testicles. I should have said testicles.
My, don't worry about it. I got you on this side, man. Just in case.
I can say that.
Yeah, you can, but we can't even talk casinos here, brother.
Look. Well, he came to the right side. Now
Aren't I right? Wasn't that
very true? Very true.
Is it the way I read it?
No.
No.
It's just the facts of the matter.
What? So you're saying, hey, well, the football, okay, let's go through this. The football one, he said I had no team. Going Dodgers Giants is is probably the one.
That's a travesty.
Yeah.
Yes.
The football one, if the Rams left for St. Louis, you're a free agent. You want to be a Niner fan, be a Niner fan. Going from Dodger to Giants, I don't think you're a terrible person. I think what I would say is you probably just weren't that big of a Dodgers fan. I just think it's that simple. You just couldn't have been.
Then you can't call yourself a Dodger fan.
That's the thing. I don't. Maybe it's because I was brought up this way in a real sports family. But if someone says, I'm a fan, they declare themselves a fan of a particular team. And then it's apparent as you talk to them and observe them that, no, you're not. Oh, to me, that's wrong.
From Peg.
That's wrong.
Stretchy B is wilding today. Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I say this and not trying to, in following Whitey's cab, I'm trying not to, make fun of this or whatever, but that's almost like a blood transfusion. You literally have to exchange my bodily organs and features for me to turn from a Dodger to a Giant or a Giant. That's the most hate. That goes back to the early 19th century.
I think you just weren't really a Dodger fan, and maybe that's what you were leaving out. 916 says no. That guy is not to be trusted in any capacity.
Agreed.
If you were that easy to jump ship, especially to rival teams, I can't trust you in any manner.
In anything.
And they just responded, Whitey. You read it perfectly, and I know.
I know. Okay.
Wearing it. Hey, 916 is wearing it.
Yeah.
Good for
All
you.
right. Maybe I spoke too hastily.
Stretchy B
but
is
I don't
wildin'.
think I did. 339-1140, 1-800-920-1140. Mike has been hanging on. Hey, Mike, thanks for hanging. What's up?
What's up, man? Hey, I hope to see you guys at the 4th and the 5th Sac Autograph Expo.
Yeah, we'll be out there.
That'd be awesome. I do the security out there.
All right.
Anyway, so look, as far as Tom Brady goes, I still can't forgive the guy, even though it wasn't technically his fault. I get it. But if he wins the Raiders a Super Bowl, I am all forgiving of everything ever. So that's all I wanted to say about that.
All right. Thank you, Mike. I will say, thinking back, I remember, there was a time when the most reviled person in the NFL for 49er fans was Richard Sherman. And then when he came over, I thought, there's no way this is going to work.
Yeah.
And it worked.
He's kind of assimilated,
and
right?
And he wears both hats.
Yeah.
I say depending on who's having a better season, but he wears both hats. Come on the show, Rich. Ryan Coda had to pull over on Watt Ave. Whitey, you almost made me swerve. I'm with you.
I nearly pointed out the truth.
You're spot on, bro.
Yeah.
I mean,
he wore 916 wore it.
Who's the guy in the morning show with the nasally voice?
He wore it, man. Wow. That was crazy.
Yeah. I mean, 916 Jake Delhomme. Thank you. Yeah. Kerry Collins went to NFC Championship. Jake Delhomme went to. Yeah. I mean,
hey, man.
They almost won that Super Bowl, didn't they?
I don't even remember who they played.
New England.
Was it New England?
That was the one in Houston, I believe. And I think it was a pretty good game.
Man, I don't remember that one.
I got you right
coaching
here.
that day. I didn't get to watch it.
Ah, boy.
Yeah.
32-29.
Yeah.
Yeah. Vinatieri kicked a game-winning 41-yard field goal with 4 seconds left.
Wait, you were coaching on the Super Bowl?
No, I was coaching. We had a tournament that day, girls basketball.
Really?
Yeah.
Early. Must have been early. Like in the morning?
It was during the game.
Really?
Yeah, because we were in the championship game.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
Speaking of.
boy, stretch.
Yeah. Speaking of, Super Bowl on Valentine's Day. Is that going to be a problem?
Loving it. Thank you to the football gods.
Is that going to be an issue for some of you out there?
I don't know why you say that, and you're looking at me and in that creepy voice, and I'm not sure. Like you were saying about, what are you supposed to do when your team leaves? What am I supposed to do? And Alec looks at me and gives me the creepy voice. I don't know.
Well, I'm just saying, make sure you take care of all of your loving situations. For me, when you have young children, you don't really get to enjoy very much anyway. Mm-hmm. So it doesn't change my Valentine's Day or my Super Bowl.
That'll be either you do Valentine's Day the night before, or we're going to go to the party for Valentine's Day, and then we'll go out and do our thing afterwards. Because, it's everybody loves a Super Bowl. It's not like, why is it? Oh, it's football night. That's people aren't that way. I'm sure some women are, some men are, but that's not a thing where, that's really stereotypical and not true. Oh, women won't want to watch the Super Bowl. Women love the Super Bowl.
Right. I think if you're going to have it on Valentine's Day, you better come correct with who is the performer. Because I do think a lot of non-football watchers, the pull is, hey, well, so-and-so is performing. Okay, well, then that's a little bit different. I'm waiting for halftime. But if that's not good, then that's a little rough.
Yeah. Are you taking off now?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yes.
Who's the perfect one? Who's the perfect performer? Valentine's Day.
I mean, if they really wanted to make it pop, you know who it would be. On Valentine's Day, if they did T-Swizzle, they did Taylor Swift on Valentine's Day, everything would be right. I'm not saying.
Why does that?
I just
why
think
does she bring love to the table for you?
Well, did they get married already, or they're about to get married?
Yeah, they got
married.
Yeah.
It's the perfect marriage. Taylor on Super Bowl.
What about John Legend or somebody like that?
John,
doing ballads.
Exactly. I'm going into come on, dude.
That's why I said, who's the perfect love ballad
for the Super Bowl?
Well, I think if you're riding the wave,
Day.
It would be the Biebs. I could see the Biebs. He's got hits. He could still bring out some.
But it's not
artists.
a love ballad, man. He's not a love ballad singer.
No. He does his most recent. He's got the kiddo now. He's married. Biebs would be the one.
Biebs and Justin Herbert's.
No. And Madison?
Yeah.
No. I'd rather hear John Legend.
And I know you want to.
And John Legend.
Mm-hmm. What is it, Jay? We're just ordinary people. Slow dancing at the Super Bowl? Come on, man.
That for Valentine's Day.
No. You get one song, John. Do ordinary people get the hell out?
All right. That's what we're saying to you right now, Alan. Have fun tonight.
Thank you, Whitey Gleason.
We'll be back with more on the NFL and your Kings next.
Sactown Sports.
Liberty Mutual customizes your car and home insurance. And now we're customizing this rush hour ad to keep you calm, which could help your driving. And science says therapy is great for a healthy mindset. So enjoy this 14-second session on us. I think you've done everything right and absolutely nothing wrong. In fact, anything that hasn't gone your way could probably be blamed on your father not being emotionally available because his father wasn't emotionally available, and so on. And now that you're calm and healing, you're probably driving better too.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Tired of hearing scary radio ads about the IRS? Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000 or $500,000, we have a solution. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS with zero risk to you. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with a BBB. End your tax nightmare today by visiting TRA.com or call 800-583-6681. That's 800-583-6681.
This is the story of the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Granger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Granger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRANGER, click Granger.com, or just stop by. Granger, for the ones who get it done.
When you see this in your kitchen,
The stainless steel fridge is covered in fingerprints.
you hear this.
Leslie, people are going to think you were raised in a barn or by wolves, or raised in a barn by wolves.
Fortunately, Wyman Stainless Steel 3-in-1 cleans, shines, and protects to give you the best shine. A spray and a wipe will have your fridge shining like a mirror.
Wow, my fridge looks brand new. Your fridge looks amazing, Leslie. Sorry, I was being a little dramatic earlier.
Your kitchen says a lot about you. Let it brag with Wyman.
On BritBox, your next hidden gem is right around the corner.
If you're going to be bold, here is the place to do it.
Get ready for Britain's most anticipated series, streaming exclusively on BritBox. Catch new seasons of favourites, including Ludwig, starring David Mitchell.
You want someone to get murdered?
And the eagerly awaited new adaptation of Agatha Christie's iconic detective duo, Tommy and Tuppence.
Do you think we're actually really good at this?
Stream the best of British TV on BritBox. Watch with a free trial.
This summer, there are 250 reasons to join T-Mobile.
Girls trip?
booked. And switching to T-Mobile helped make it happen.
With Experience Beyond, switch and get $100 back. Plus, $650 in value in built-in plan benefits. That's $750 in your first year, guaranteed.
And honestly, that $100 back, I'm putting it towards the zip line.
Now that's how you do summer.
Exactly. Best switch I ever made.
This is just one reason to join T-Mobile this summer. There are 250 reasons. Find yours.
Savings based on the value of benefits included with Experience Beyond, like entertainment and 1 year of AAA Classic and Dash Pass on us. Benefits may require activation. See plan for details. Get $100 via virtual prepaid MasterCard with eligible ported, no cash access, and expires in 6 months. Issued by Sunrise Banks and a member FDIC. Allow 8 weeks.
Country in the Park 2, presented by your California Army National Guard. October 23rd at Hart Health Park at Cal Expo with Bailey Zimmerman, Russell Dickerson. Plus more. Enjoy line dancing, live DJs, mechanical bull, and food trucks. Tickets start at just $70. Country in the Park 2, October 23rd at Hart Health Park at Cal Expo with Sky River Casino and Joel Gott Wines. More info at CITPFest.com.
Download the app and listen to The Drive Guys.
The Drive Guys with Kevin Gleason and Alan Stiles.
On Sactown Sports 1140.
Alan Stiles? You mean the Rivercats in-game host? He's on his way out to Sutter Health Park, so he'll be back with us tomorrow.
Hello, Larry.
Yeah, make sure if you see him out there at the yard tonight on Toyota $2 Tuesday, say, "Hey, Larry! Larry, what's up?" We're having some fun here talking about the National Football League, the most obnoxious teams and maybe fan bases. I'm also wondering how long it will take us to find a fan of some of the teams that we don't think have many fans. How about if we try that, Jay? If we put out a call to fans of the 3 or 4 teams, whatever they are, wherever we decide are the teams that have the fewest fans, and then we would appreciate if you call us or text us or message us, and we'll see if we hear back from them at all, and if we do, which team's fans take the longest to get back to us.
I like it.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm gonna say Texans.
Texans,
yes, that's my number one.
Mm-hmm.
Texans.
I would say.
I think you're gonna find a Jag fan here because I feel like I've seen 1 or 2 come across our board.
Mm-hmm.
And I would say,
can we
Tennessee?
do Titans?
Yeah, probably those 2.
Mm-hmm.
I like where you're going. Tennessee. Houston.
And I was with you on Carolina, but the more I think about it, they probably do have more fans than some of these real bottom-of-the-barrel brand teams.
How about Arizona? Those are 3?
Okay. Well, that'd be if we do Texans, Jags, Titans, Cards.
That'll
we do
work.
that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to say Jags come first. I think
All right.
somebody's going to be a Jaguar fan first.
Yeah, if you get a chance, we'd appreciate it. Hit us up on the text line, or give us a call, or just shoot us a message here, or hit us up in the chat. 339-1140, 1-800-920-1140. We're not trying to put your feet to the fire. Like, where are you fitting that team? We're just trying to see if we can locate any Texans, Jags, Titans, Cards fans. We've done this before, and I know Chris Watkins and I didn't take too long before we actually found a Texans fan.
Really?
But they are rare. So, yeah, if you're a fan of the Texans, Jags, Titans, Cards. What about, does Tampa Bay have fans?
Yeah, I would
Around
think
here?
so. I would say, well, that's a good point around here. You can put them on the list. Put them on the list.
Mm-hmm.
I think they have fans, just the fact that they've been to Super Bowls.
Right.
And,
All right, I won't put them on the list.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, here we have from the 916, Titans fan since 1999.
1999. Really? Can you put on there? I know Whitey said we're not going to hold the feet to the fire, but I would be interested in why and how you became a Titans fan.
1999, I think that was the year they went to the Super Bowl against the Rams and lost that. Was that also the Music City Miracle?
I think the Music City Miracle was 99. Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe that's why. But thank you, sir or madam. Yeah, Titans are off the board, so we've located a Titans fan.
Okay.
So, yeah, so we're still looking for Texans, Jags, Cards fans. We want to see
That's interesting.
Who's the last to join the party? Who's the last to check in?
Can you? I know you've been in the game so long, Whitey, and that's not a slight. That is
it's a
positive,
fact. I appreciate it. Yeah.
Do you think you've come across a fan of every team? Like personally, you could have been over in Maui with the family, and somebody's rocking a Cardinal jersey, and you're like, you like Jake Plummer? Why? Tell me why.
I know a Jags fan personally. I know a Cards fan personally. I don't know. Other than, like I said, a few years ago when someone reached out and said they were Texans fans, I don't know too many Texans fans. I'm not sure I know anyone who's a Houston Texans fan. Again, nothing wrong with that. I know, like, Browns fans. Like the great Johnny Doskow is a Browns fan. David Sutherland from our area, professional golfer. He's a Cleveland Browns fan. So I know Browns fans. I'm not sure if I actually know any Texans fans, Jay.
Yeah, I know Texans fans because my time in
of course you do
Texas.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I think we said this earlier this week. I don't know a Cleveland Browns fan, and if I do, I don't know they're a Browns fan.
Mm-hmm.
And I take that back. He played for him, so I guess he's one of my friends that played for him. So,
who's that?
Hawkins.
Okay.
Andrew Hawkins. He jumped from the Bengals. He was there, and then he went for the Browns for like a quick minute or something. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So,
boy, it's been rough on them fans.
Yeah. That's tough.
Should we talk to Jerry here?
Oh, Robeer Smith. I know a couple Browns guys. Okay. Here we go. We're cooking.
339-1140, 1-800-920-1140. Jerry joining us. Hello, Jerry. How are you?
Hey, Jerry. I ran into a bunch of Buffalo Bills fans in 23 when I was in England. They were playing the Packers, and they were everywhere. I mean, everywhere. They outnumbered the Green Bay Packers fans by 10-1. But they were everywhere, and they were loud, and they were drunk. They were taking over double-decker buses, the London Tower Castle. I mean, they were everywhere. So I ran into these guys at Burroughs Market, a bunch of them, a really nice eatery near the Shard building, and the Shard, and they were freaking just everywhere, drunk, loud. And so I went up to them. I go, yeah, hey, why are you guys so happy and so proud? You haven't done anything but lose to the Chiefs all these years. And I had my Chiefs stuff on. And I said, by the way, where's your O.J. Simpson? Nobody's wearing an O.J. Simpson. Why are you guys not doing that?
Wow, he's making friends there.
Yeah, that's tough. And how does Jerry become a Chief fan?
I don't know, but I
don't know too many of those
older
generation.
Unless Jerry had his crew with him, do you do that?
No,
Yeah. I don't mean to stereotype people, but I think some people from Buffalo tend to be kind of blue collar and can take care of themselves.
Yes,
I don't know, a bunch of them, and you're going to go up and start dropping OJ and losing the Chiefs. I'm not sure that happened.
Yeah, you're questioning the
spider sense is tingling. But I do know, let's see, my wife works with someone whose husband, whom I've met, is a huge Buffalo Bills fan. So I do know this area.
Yeah, definitely know there's a few Bills fans.
Yeah, and I know they have great fans. I'm not sure how many they have around here, but I know they have them.
So wait, you say you do know a Cardinals fan?
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Gentleman who was an engineer at a station where I used to work.
Really?
Yeah.
He's from that area?
I'm not sure. I thought he was around this area, but maybe at some point he was. But I mean, he die hard, like getting the, the season ticket and all that.
Yeah.
So that he could watch all the games.
I'm always interested in how someone becomes a fan of a team. Most of the time it's kind of geographical.
Mm-hmm.
You're from that area. Other things, my father, my family, or I knew someone that played with that team. So that's why I've heard I grew up, my whole family grew up, and I think you're kind of in this boat. My whole family grew up Giants fans, and so I wanted to be a Dodger fan. Like, I've heard those things. But there are stories to how people become fans. And so when you become a Titan fan, now it could just be ho-hum, my family's from Tennessee and I rock with them. But you said from this area, I'm a little interested. Like, how did you become an Arizona Cardinal fan?
Mm-hmm. From the 916, by the way, I was raised a 49ers fan, but switched to the Chiefs as a kid because of?
Joe Montana?
Yeah.
Okay.
And they got more 49er quarterbacks over the years, because of the system.
Smith
yeah.
and
I certainly get that.
So you are more of a Montana fan and you jumped with him.
Well, it's interesting. You root for a team for certain reasons, and sometimes one player becomes one of the bigger reasons, and maybe you're not even aware of it. Then when that team leaves, it's like you got to make that choice.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, now who I'm rooting for? And for this fan, it's like, I'm rooting for Joe. Also, you feel like, wait, that's my team, and they let my guy go. Yeah.
So you kind of rock with the player.
Mm-hmm.
So that means then if Montana would have switched over and been a Seahawk, you'd rock with Seahawk.
Maybe so.
Okay.
Maybe
just triple
so.
checking.
Yeah.
I know one of my good friends, his father is a Pippen fan, and he's definitely like that. But he'll tell you, wherever Pippen went, that's where I went.
Yeah?
I wasn't but he was that
Portland and the Rockets.
I was the anti. Everybody loved Jordan, so I love Pippen, and I preferred him.
339-1140, 1-800-920-1140. Still looking for a Arizona Cardinals fan, a Jags fan, and a Texans fan. If you are, and you could just reach out to us and just let us know. We'd appreciate it. Also, we'll look at Darius Acuff and some rookie projections from ESPN as we roll on. Jay and YT on Sactown Sports.
Football is back.
This is Sactown, baby!
And Sactown Sports 1140 is your home for primetime NFL games this season.
This is Kevin Harlan of Westwood One. Catch all the NFL primetime action.
Catch Monday, Thursday, and Sunday Night Football, international games, the NFL playoffs, and the Super Bowl right here on Sactown Sports all season long. Your local sports leader, Sactown Sports 1140.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Granger. Granger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRANGER, click Granger.com, or just stop by. Granger, for the ones who get it done.
Hi, I'm Congressman Kevin Kiley. The most important part of my job is helping the people I represent. That's why I was so honored to receive the National Award for Best Constituent Service. Here's just one of the thousands of people our office has helped.
My name's Dave. I'm a former United States Marine, Vietnam veteran. Because of the fire at the National Archive, my father, along with many other veterans, military records were destroyed. Through the efforts of the Congressman's office, I received very quickly a bronze medallion to affix to my father's grave marker. Thank you, Congressman Kevin Kiley.
As the only independent in the House of Representatives, I always put constituent service first and never ask if someone's a Democrat, Republican, or something else. If you can't get an answer from a federal agency, or if you feel you've been treated unfairly, we are here to help. This is Congressman Kevin Kiley. Visit kiley.house.gov and I'll do everything I can to help you. Paid for by official funds authorized by the House of Representatives.
Toyota's national sales event is on now. Summer isn't over yet, and neither is your chance to explore California in a Toyota. Get 3.99% APR plus $500 finance cash on 2026 Tacoma SR5. Or get 2.99% APR on 2026 Tundra. Time's running out to take advantage of Toyota's national sales event before summer ends. Visit your local Toyota dealer today. Toyota, let's go places. Offers available through TFS to buyers with premium rated credit. Cannot be combined with other offers. Cashback offer excludes Tundra TRD Pro. Ends 8/31/26.
This Green and Gold Injury Report is brought to you by the law firm of Gingery, Hammer, and Associates. If you get an injury, just call Gingery. Tyler Soderstrom was placed on the 15-day IL for a left hip impingement. He heads to LA this week to see a hip specialist to determine next steps on his return to action this year. Justin Sterner underwent right knee surgery last week and will miss the remainder of the year. Jeffrey Springs threw 3 innings in Stockton last week and is pacing to return to the Green and Gold later this month.
Hi, I'm Justin Gingery. One of the most common questions I receive is, what makes us different from other law firms?
At Gingery, Hammer, and Associates, we handle your case from beginning to the end.
Whether your case reaches a settlement, whether it must go into litigation, or whether it has to go all the way to trial, we will be with you along the entire way. And because we are committed to your case, we are as invested as you are in making sure you get the outcome you deserve.
When you get an injury, Just call Gingery.
KHD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento.
Sactown Sports 1140, your local sports leader. Live and local, it's the Drive Guys. Watch the show on youtube.com/Sactown Sports 1140.
Or listen on the Sactown Sports app.
We've been talking a lot about the NFL today and NFL fandom, and we'll tell you what happened today with the 49ers and Chargers, their joint practice in just a moment. But we're looking specifically for fans of the Texans, Jags, Titans, Cards. We actually found a Titans fan. We're just seeing how long it would take to find a fan of one of those teams. We're not taking shots at that team. We just figure there are fewer of them around here, and we're seeing if we can't locate any of them. Maxwell in the chat, Jay, and Alan's on his way to the Rivercats game, so you got Jay and myself the rest of the way. My brother's, neighbor's, sister's, cousin's boyfriend knows this guy who knows this kid who kind of likes the Texans. That ain't going to cut it.
It's close.
That's close, but it is not going to do it. Spencer Lampkins, I worked with a Cardinal fan, but his family is from Missouri, so I always wondered if he liked them from there, but never asked him.
Where were the Cardinals before Arizona?
They were the St. Louis Cardinals.
St. Louis, right?
Yeah. They originally were apparently going way back when, the Chicago Cardinals.
Yeah.
They were one of the first teams, like along with the
Original 8 or whatever,
Packers
right?
and all those guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Original 8 or 9 or whatever, 7, something like that.
Yeah. I guess that would make sense. That would be why, if they've been fans a long time. But that doesn't count. We can't check that off our list because Spencer worked with somebody who used to root for the Cardinals.
You have to be present.
Yeah, we would just appreciate that. And again, we're not going after anybody. How do you root for that team? But we're just curious. Oh, by the way, our Titans fan, checking back in. It was the Super Bowl against the Rams. I became a fan, loved the way the team played, primarily McNair. They had a tough team with George, Kearse, Bullock, Matthews, Mason, Wycheck, etc. I'm a loyal fan that enjoys being punished as a Kings and Titans fan.
Ooh-wee. Man, that's tough.
Yeah.
I'm not too far from you, but I get you, big dog. As A's, Kings, Niners.
Yeah. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let us, if you get a chance, we'll give you a shout out if you care. We'll mention your name, but thank you. I figured when they said Titans fan since 99, that was quite a team that year.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
And they came, wasn't it Mike Jones, linebacker for the Rams, made a stop like on the last play of the game?
Yeah, is that Kevin Dyson?
Yeah.
Was it Dyson who made that? Yeah. 1 yard short.
Chris Mum, I have a good friend and former coworker, retired peace officer, who is a true and forever Cleveland Browns fan. Yeah, you can also tell by a sports room setup for football games.
That's true.
You have a setup?
That's true.
I do not. I have kind of a office area where I have a lot of memorabilia stuff, but I don't have it out where I'm watching games.
Yeah, I mean, it just kind of depends. Like if the fellas are coming over, you kind of put 1s and 2s on top of everything. If not, no. I mean, I'm the, when football is on, Whitey, I'm in front of the big screen, right? Like that's me. If you give me an option to be in the room or in the man cave or downstairs in the front, I'm at the big boy TV.
Yeah.
I'm downstairs.
That is one of the downsides to Super Bowl parties if it's a game you really want to watch, because sometimes it's almost, Super Bowl parties, what are you doing? How are you doing? How's everything going? It's like, I'm trying to watch the game,
Yeah. Well, I can understand you. You're a little more of a football purist than I am. Unless the Niners are in it, I'm just there for the
it depends. I've been to parties where I'm like, I don't really care.
Who cares?
But sometimes when you really want to watch the game.
Yeah. I think more times than not, the first half is kind of, we're all laughing, cracking jokes. Man, you see this? Second half, if it gets a little tighter, then I think, everybody kind of locks in and pays attention. But I'm with you, especially if it's one of those big ones. And it's the the fellas and the ladies and a couple of the kids running around and, everybody's kind of there, then, that can be a little distracting. I
Hey,
hear
you
what you're saying.
kids, shut up. I'm watching football. That doesn't go over well. It's not well received.
No, yeah.
If you're at someone else's house, for example.
Especially
they
if
don't
it's
like
their
that.
kids.
Yeah, right, in their house. Yeah.
Right.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I came to watch the football game.
Well, that's probably where you just decline. Thanks, but no thanks.
Yeah.
I appreciate it, sending all love and peace your way. But beyond that, we're going to sit here and watch it.
One of the things, of the many things I appreciate about your friendship, Jay, and your partnership here on the show, I appreciate that so often during the last couple of years, you have calmed me when I start to get frazzled nerves about what's going on with the 49ers. That said, should I be frazzled today? According to reports, Vic Tafur, Grant Cohn maybe laid it on a little thicker, but all the reports suggest the 49ers didn't do well today in their joint practice with the Chargers, and the Chargers, their 3 quarterbacks all lit up the 49ers, and the 49er defense was porous today. Should I be concerned? You know me, I'm always concerned about something when it comes to the Niners. How concerned should I be?
I'd say very little. I mean, at this point, Whitey, we know it's preseason. The other thing, too, is Herbert is a good quarterback.
Yeah.
I think we've all kind of waited to see if he is a great quarterback. And as you talked about, you and Alan talked about a little earlier, the Chargers are kind of one of those teams that will probably up the ante when they see the type of, the Taylors, the Greenlaws, the guys like that, Double O. Like, Harbaugh is no chump. And I think his team resembles who he is. They're very tough, albeit they're kind of like the 49ers. They get injured quite a bit,
They're tough until, like December, January.
Then they got to play Chiefs.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Or take on the Broncos. Or as you said, they have to win a game against the Raiders to make the playoffs.
Yeah.
Definitely. But they're a 9-8. They're 10-7. They're that type of team, and they're physical. They're pretty big up front. Even the wide receivers are pretty big. Now, they might not be fast, maybe not as talented, but they fit the bill of kind of a big wide receiver. So it doesn't surprise me, and it definitely doesn't surprise me that Herbert was cutting up that back half. Because I think we're still in question with some of that back there, too.
Mike Evans hobbled already concerns me a little bit.
I would, too. I'm with you. Just because of the
history,
and the fact that, he's been banged up over the last few years.
And they haven't even started
hamstring.
really playing yet. He's already icing things down and hobbling.
Yeah, but you know how it is, Whitey. I always go back to this. Before I turned 40, I remember people who were over the age of 40 was like, when you turn 40, something happens. Physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, whatever you want to call it, something happens. And I remember being 37. I'm like, man, please, I'm going to be good. And when you do turn 40, I don't know if it's mental, I don't know what comes over you, but there are times where, you're walking up the stairs of your house and the knee just pops and you're like, wait a minute.
It's your metabolism says, we ain't doing that.
Nah.
Yeah. We gave you a good 39 years of that. We're not doing that anymore.
It changes. and that's kind of what I see with Mike Evans. Father time is undefeated, and it just comes to a point where you just can't put that type of stress on your body for that long. And maybe cutting out preseason and training camp a little bit allows you to play. What did he play? 14 games last year. Allows you to play 14 games this year. Hopefully.
Yeah. I do think, as I've said a couple of times, I do think that if the 49ers are going to be better this year, I think they could be better, and maybe the record wouldn't be as good. I don't know how you feel about that. And as long as they're better come playoff time, that's fine. But I think most of the real improvement's going to have to come defensively. I think offensively, obviously they can run the ball better than they did last year, but, the offense is probably going to be pretty consistent. There is room for improvement there with Stribling, but I think defensively they have to be, if they're going to be a really good team this year, a team that legitimately is competing for a Super Bowl, I think a lot of that improvement has to come defensively, especially playmakers at the back end and the pass rush, the freaking getting to the quarterback.
1,000% agree with you on the line. Defensive line, I would also say the offensive line. I think the offensive line came together a little late last year, which shown improvements towards the end of the season. Dominique Puny seemed to be injured, or not seemed. We were told he was injured early on in the season. He played through it, playing through all of the games. He's healthy. It feels like McKivitz has kind of got his footing, and people are saying that he's taking strides. For me, it's the center and the guard position.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So left guard position. Who knows? But games are won on the line, Whitey. Defensively and offensively. And the 49ers, they were ranked 10th? Who was that? Pro Football? No, it was
might have been Pro Football Focus.
There you go, PFF.
Okay. Yeah.
They had the Niners 10th.
Well,
with offensive line?
I know that I'm always taking shots at the 49er offensive line, but Vic Tafur today in The Athletic, when he wrote about his 53-man projections, he said, that left guard is really spotty, but he said the rest of the starters are solid.
Seemed pretty good.
So that was okay. Now, it's the NFL, so how long do you have your starters? But still, it's not that it's a bad line. There is that one spot they got to shore up.
True.
By the way, from the 916, I am a Bucks fan from Sacramento because I liked the pirate ship as a kid.
Okay. That's it, I'm saying.
Yar.
I can respect that. I can respect that. Sometimes it doesn't have to be too difficult. It can be very simple and plain. I was a pirate fan. Loved it. And the fact that the Bucks had the big ship, count me in the canon.
Yeah.
I'm a Bucks fan. I'm good with that. It's when you're jumping through hoops to try to make me understand it, as you said, your spidey senses start to tingle. Yeah, that's a little too much.
Yeah. I worked with a guy, I've probably told this story before. I worked with a guy who I think worked here for a long time, and he used to wear, during the football season on Fridays, he dressed up, Steeler, everything. He didn't wear a full uniform, but everything else. I'm pretty sure he wore a cup. I don't know, but he was full-on Steeler fan. And after a couple of weeks of that, I asked him, I was curious, you're a Steeler fan. Why are you a Steeler fan? And I thought, well, they used to have great teams, but it was much more interesting than that. He said, well, growing up, the two big teams were the Steelers and the Cowboys. And my brother was a Cowboy fan. And I was always getting into it with my brother. Yeah. So I was a Steeler fan, and I still am because I wanted to stick it to my brother.
I can understand
and it
that.
Stuck. And this person, as an adult, was probably still is a huge Steeler fan.
But see, that's simple.
Yeah.
As much as I guess it's intricate, but the fact of the matter is I've gotten that many a times from different people. My family or this person or my brother, my father was a huge Raider fan. So I just had to become a Charger fan. I know a Charger fan that's kind of like that. Family from the Bay Area that moved to L.A., and he was like, I'm not for the Raiders, Dad. I just don't want to be. And because it was so competitive between him and his brothers, and it's like, you know what? I'm going to be the outlier. I'll just take the Chargers. They're closer. They're geographically closer here to San Diego, even though the family's from the Bay Area. I'm going to be a Charger. And his whole family floats black and silver, but he doesn't. Sometimes it could be simple. Sometimes it could be interesting.
Speaking of the Bucks, what do you think of this? We spend a lot of time each year about this time talking about who the surprise teams in the NFL are going to be. And there's a quarterback who just said his team is going to shock a lot of people this year, and it's Baker Mayfield.
Saw that.
Yeah. What do you think of Baker Mayfield saying his team? Remember, he's also having some contract issues with them, but it looks like obviously he's going to put that aside for the season. The Tampa Bay Bucks, are they going to shock the NFL this year?
Well, what would shock it as a NFL, a patron of the NFL, a fan of the NFL? What would the Bucks have to do to shock you, Whitey?
They'd have to win 11 games.
That's it?
Yeah.
Not make the playoffs, not...
Right. Yeah, shock.
Okay.
I mean, I'd be surprised if they ever, they win the division. Oh, well, that's a little bit of a surprise. Only because last year they were cruising along, remember? And then they fell apart. I think what Baker's saying is, oh, yeah, he's kind of whistling in the graveyard, so to speak. Oh, everyone's writing us off because, we stunk in the second half of the year and we couldn't even finish first in that division when we had a big lead in that horrible division, but we're going to shock the world. So I think some of it is like, yeah, we're better than everyone thinks, but I'm not sure they are.
No, yeah, I'm not picking up what he's putting down. I do think they have an opportunity to win the division because the division is, a coin flip in many different ways. Peg junk, being real. When I hit 43, my body was asking for a 20-second timeout.
Oh, yeah.
It happens that way.
Mm-hmm.
You're 1,000% right, Peg. For me, shock would be make the playoffs, make the NF, and maybe make it to the second round. That's shocking me as a Bucks. I think they, like you said, I think they have the opportunity to win the division. I think not last year, but 2 years ago, because the Niners beat them, right? They won the division. Or did they win the division or was it a wild card? No, I think they won the division.
I think they won that sorry-ass division.
And then they won their first game. And then, was that the Eagles they beat?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the Eagles, right?
Yeah.
And the Niners tap danced on their head. But I think it would have to be something like that.
I was briefly the biggest Tampa Bay Bucks fan in the world when they were beating the Eagles. That might the pirate ship. Yeah.
Shoot the
there. Yar.
Where's me gold?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I'm with you. It would be a win a division, make it to the playoffs, make a statement in the playoffs, and then, second round bow out. You could talk your smoke then, Baker, and hopefully get your contract because I think you deserved it. You earned it.
Yeah. I don't know why. When you look at so many teams invest so much in quarterbacks that are kind of iffy, you're like, well, sure. Then you've got a guy as good as he's been, and this is the second franchise that apparently isn't completely sold on him.
Is he? And before I ask a question, I was literally trying to think if there's anyone else out there. He might be the streakiest quarterback in the league. Like when he is cooking, man, he is MVP caliber, which he has been. And then when he's not, damn, what's going on over there? We can't even complete a 5-yard out, a hitch.
He's got I remember when he was on Hard Knocks as a rookie and the Browns were on, and, they were talking about their number one pick, Baker Mayfield, and they were talking about how, he might have some Favre in him. I think he does. He's not Brett Favre, but I think he's got a little bit of that, kind of that variance in him. Like he'll dazzle you, but yeah. But there's going to be times when it's like, okay, that's not what we need him to do. But, he led the Browns. He snapped that Browns playoff drought.
I know.
They should build a statue of him. And instead, no, we got Deshaun Watson. Thanks for everything.
And we're going to guarantee his money, $250 million.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm a Baker fan. I like Baker. I like his demeanor. I like his attitude. I'm a fan of how he, holds himself when it comes to on the field football standards. And the one thing about him, he's super confident. Now I know that can turn a lot of people off, especially when you haven't been successful. Remember, he was one of the guys that wasn't he one of the ones that planted the flag? Was Baker one of those guys that planted the flag in the ground? Yeah. So. I get it. I understand it. He's not for everybody. And, of course, when you back it up all the time. But he played the one good game for the Rams, which put him back
That's right.
Put him back in the catbird seat, is like they like to say. And, with the Bucks, he's been pretty good. He's got 2 playoff runs already. So, pay him.
Baker Mayfield has had to brush aside frustrations of not getting a new contract. He did have a pre-camp deadline he imposed along with his agent, and then he says he feels disrespected by what the Bucs had initially offered. He was asked about being among the top 10 or in the 50-plus million per year club, and Baker Mayfield told ESPN he needed to be put in that category, and he said the Bucs were pretty far from it, also unhappy with just a 2-year offer despite being told privately and publicly by the team that they see him as their franchise quarterback. He said, quote, if you've waited this long to take care of your franchise quarterback, that's too bad because it's only going to get worse from here. I'm going to have a really big year, end quote, which I love. Like, all right, if you want to take care of your franchise quarterback, my price is going to go up because I'm going to win this year.
The Jalen Duren effect. I bet on myself. You guys thought maybe I was good, not great. But I gave you everything that you asked for, and now you still don't want to pay me? Yeah, there's a problem there. And I think Baker's the one, though, I compared him to Jalen Duren. Baker, as we hear, he's the type of person that'll let you know.
Yeah.
He doesn't mind talking about it. I'm out here cooking stuff up for you guys. albeit I know I came after Brady a few years post-Brady, but I'm keeping you guys relevant.
Mm-hmm.
We're in the playoffs. We're in the mix. We're in, like I said, 2 years ago, or was that last year? Maybe he was in the MVP conversation kind of first half of the season.
First half of the year.
Yeah.
And then he definitely was not by the time the season ended. Yeah.
Very true, very true. But, I mean, that's still relevancy, you know, for a team that hasn't always been relevant.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, some athletes are able to take the adversity and channel that into focusing on what they need to do. You know, and others are, and I don't think it's good athletes are one way and bad or the other, but for some people, they need that security. They need to know, I need to know what's going on so I can focus on what I'm doing. And other people are able to take the adversity and the turmoil and say, all right, that makes me more determined. You know?
Yeah.
It's a kind of a mental toughness.
Great point.
I know I've always been more of the, hey, I need to know what's going on, whereas other people are like, you're disrespecting me? All right, I'm going to show you. And Baker, we'll see. He's planning on being one of those people. Do you have any thoughts here, Jay? We won't hold you to this because, you know, Alan's not even here, so it's not even official necessarily. Any thoughts on, again, surprise teams? Last year, the biggest surprises were clearly, you know, I think New England was a big surprise. The Jags were a pretty big surprise, and the Chiefs were a monumental surprise because of the way they collapsed. The Bears, you could say, they won 11 games. They were a mild surprise, not really a huge surprise. Do you see anybody right now brewing as a favorite to be your pick for surprise team of the 2026 NFL season?
Yeah, I've been thinking about this because I know we're going to have to go on record here sooner or later. And speaking of the Bucs, I know me and you have kind of leaned towards the Bucs a season or two when it comes to our surprises.
I'll confess, I'm going to try not to do this year, but I typically look for somebody like in one of the Souths and say, oh, that's my surprise team because they could go, you know, they win 7 games and win the division. I told you, Atlanta. And I'm trying not to do that this year.
No, stand on it, baby. I mean, do what works. You know, if it gets you this far. I haven't chosen one. I've been grinding the tape. No, I haven't been grinding the tape, but I've been doing my research throughout the NFL, you know, getting familiar with the numbers and the second stringers and the third stringers. So, you know, we can have great educated conversations with the smartest fans here at Sac Sports 1140. And so I haven't come across one that I just want to attach my name to, my card to yet. I will say this, though. I think the Texans are going to make it to the Super Bowl. Like, I'm willing to say that's my run on the AFC.
Yeah,
they're not a surprise team because they're good.
They were 12-5 last year, but I'm with you. I look at them also as a team like Texans, Rams. If I had to pick right now, which I don't, that'd probably be my prediction.
For the bowl?
Yeah.
You think in SoFi, it's going to be Rams, Texans?
Yeah. And I think the Rams would get him. But again, we're not.
Yeah.
These aren't necessarily our final
I got
thoughts.
you.
But I'm with you on Houston.
The Texans, I think my surprise team, and I don't know if they're that big of a surprise, but I'm liking what I'm seeing with the Lions. I think the Lions have a bounce-back season here. And I think they're going to make the NFC Championship. So right now, I'm going that far. I think it's going to be, and I'll just stand on it right now. Give me the Lions and the Texans. The Lions and the Texans at SoFi. Stretchy B doing interviews with the with the likes of, you know.
No, I'll be at somebody's party telling their kids to shut up.
Scott Mitchell.
What are you doing?
Doing interviews with Scott Mitchell the week before. Herman Moore.
I'm glad that this segment's just about over because I was very close to picking somebody to be a surprise team that I do not want to pick.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do
I
it.
think you know who I'm talking about. They made a pretty big acquisition this week, and they're saying they still could make more.
Oh.
But I don't have to do it.
Don't do it.
Oh, look at that.
Don't do it.
Oh, you nasty clock on the wall. Now we have to go. Huh. But I don't know, Jay.
You still got time.
One of the things that I think I'm avoiding, you and I, it seems like every year we go, Colts, look out for the Colts.
Yeah. You know what? They have backslid on me too many times with the health with their health issues.
Danny Dimes was pretty good last year until he got hurt.
He said he's ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
He said he's healthy as an ox.
Mm-hmm.
Jonathan Taylor said the same thing. And you know what that normally means? One of those two guys will miss 3, 4, 5 games.
Mm-hmm.
Do you trust their defense? Do you trust their weapons? No Michael Pittman there. He's gone. I'm not sure I trust their weapons anymore as well.
Mm-hmm.
Defense is young and fast, though. I like it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Another team I'm looking at as a quarterback that you do not like.
Oh, no, they ain't going nowhere. Don't worry about that. Mm-hmm. They can't. They talking about putting them under center. Did you see that over the last 24 hours?
Really?
The Bengals are making a certified. Am I talking about the Bengals?
Yeah.
Okay. They're making a certified effort to put Joe Burrow under center twice the amount of time as him being in the shot.
A lot of teams have been doing that so far for some reason.
With that terrible O-line?
Yeah. Well, we'll have to revisit that. Thank you, Jay. When we come back, what's cooking? The craziest football comeback you've ever heard is what's cooking. Details are next with Drive Guys on Sactown Sports.
SactownSports.com is your online home for sports in Sacramento. Dive deep into the Kings, 49ers, Raiders, Giants, athletics, and more with your favorite local personalities and some of the most trusted sports voices in the community. Stream Sactown Sports 1140. Watch original video content and read in-depth analysis all in one location. SactownSports.com. Your local sports leader. Sactown Sports 1140.
So, I need hamburgers, sodas, ice, and a DJ.
A DJ?
Relax, Pa. With T-Mobile, we're saving when we bundle home internet and phone lines.
Oh, wow. Here to bundle and save big. Stay connected con tu gente with 4 lines from T-Mobile with fast, easy-to-set-up 5G home internet and save up to $1,000 a year. Switch now on T-Mobile.com/conectate. Savings based on third line free via monthly bill credits. Internet discount with $15 in monthly bill credits and auto-pay discount. Qualifying credit required. Credits will stop if you cancel any lines or change plans. Visit T-Mobile.com.
Cheap, cheap.
That's the sound of savings happening right now at Elk Grove Honda. You remember, right? Elk Grove Hondas are still cheap. And right now you'll find a good deal more on new Honda gas and hybrid Accords, Civics, CRVs, and more fuel-efficient Elk Grove Hondas. Every sale is done right here, under the flag in the Elk Grove Auto Mall. Come see why generations of families return again and again to Elk Grove Honda in the Elk Grove Auto Mall because Elk Grove Hondas are
cheap.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-292-4541 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-292-4541. That's 800-292-4541. What do you have to lose? Call 800-292-4541. Again, 800-292-4541.
With 25 award-winning years in Northern California, Ashton & Price is your local injury law firm. Pro attorney tip: if a firm presents as local but they're in LA, red flag. If your first consultation is not with a lawyer, big red flag. At Ashton & Price, your first consult is with a local attorney, and if serious injury prevents travel, a lawyer will come to you. Still not enough? George Washington's my uncle. At Ashton & Price, no red flags, just red, white, and blue.
Remember, for the best advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton & Price.
I'm not one to say I told you so, but I switched to Pure Talk over a year ago, and ever since, I've been telling people there's no better wireless company out there. Well, a few months ago, a massive survey was conducted. 123,000 people were asked to rate their wireless carrier in 4 categories: coverage, support, data, and overall value. Well, the results are in. Guess which wireless company was the only wireless company to get 5 stars in every category? Yeah, Pure Talk. 5 stars, every category. To celebrate, Pure Talk is offering the first 3 months of any plan for just $15 a month, including their top-tier unlimited plan. No contract, no commitment, just a very inexpensive way to test drive the only American wireless company with 5 stars in every category. Just dial pound 250, say micro, and Pure Talk's U.S. customer service will take it from there. Again, pound 250 micro. And yes, I told you so.
Order up, Sacramento.
And for you, sir?
I will have the gabagool. The dinner bell rang, and it's time to find out what's on the menu.
Lunch? Oh, you gotta be kidding. Lunch is for whips.
So fire up the grill and crank up the burners, because it's time to find out what's cooking on the Drive Guys.
Give me all the bacon and eggs you have. Do you understand?
Here's Whitey Gleason and Alan Stiles.
I'll have what she's having.
Jay, what were you saying about your body when you turn 40? What happens?
It starts to turn on you a little bit, sir.
Mm-hmm. So what do you make of this? And I think you're the one that sent me this story, Jay. A college football athlete whose injuries derailed his playing career during his freshman year has decided to come back onto the field and compete. His name is Justin Buzzard. He tried out for and made the football team this year for the San Jose City College Jaguars. And he did that at the age of 47.
47.
Oh, my. He's a pastor. He's a defensive lineman. He said he got the idea after his son flagged for him in social media reel where a man in his 60s was playing football on the East Coast. And so Buzzard said he played football all throughout high school and his first year of college. It stirred up in me the thought of maybe I should give it a shot. I reached out to a coach at the college, and the coach said, yeah, let's talk, which that's kind of a stunner right there, huh? He now is lining up again as a defensive end. That's a position he played during his college experience. He's got his own locker and equipment. Jim Winkler, head coach for the Jaguars, said, here's the standard. Here's the rules that we go by. As long as you can maintain those, I'll give you an opportunity. And Winkler said there's a benefit to having the 47-year-old on the team. He's been on the other side now. What I talk to these young guys about all the time about not having regrets and leaving things undone. Now he's coming back. So he is 47, more susceptible to physical injuries. He tells the news reporters that his body is bruised and aches here and there. My body's holding up better than I thought it would. Football, that's the risk. You get bruised, you get hurt, but I'm doing pretty well. He says he's grateful for the opportunity and enjoys his team. We have a great brotherhood and family culture going on. His nickname is, of course, OG. His first game, August 29th at San Jose City College. How about that? A 47-year-old. This is like inspirational.
I'm not going to go that far, but yeah. Because who is he inspiring?
Well, according to the coach, he may be just, if not inspiring, at least serving as kind of a reminder to, to some of the other kids on the team. You do something, do it with everything you got. So you're not sitting there like when you're 47, like this jackalope. Yeah. You want to be like this guy. Oh, play football, right?
No, it's a great story. And anytime, I've said this before, Whitey, we talked about Russell Westbrook. We've talked about DeMar DeRozan, DeAndre Jordan, just some of the guys as of the last 2 or 3 weeks we've had conversations about. I mean, LeBron James, as long as you can do it, do it. Mm-hmm. Because when it's all said and done, that's it, right? The book is closed and you can't rewind time. So, if it floats your boat, what's his name?
His name is Justin Buzzard.
Justin
Great
Buzzard.
name for a defensive end.
Float your boat, Justin B.
Mm-hmm.
Man, do it, brother. Put the sails in the air. What your paddle boat, whatever you have to do. Row the rowboat, the kayak, the speedboat.
Probably more like a tugboat.
Yeah, probably. Do it. And so, congratulations to him making the squad. It'd be beautiful to see if he plays.
Yeah.
At least a couple of snaps a game. 4 or 5, rotate on that D line.
Yeah.
It's hot out in San Jose.
If I'm on the other team, we're running right at him.
Right at him.
Yeah.
Get the big Trent Williams left tackle.
Again and again and again.
He's probably on the weak side, though. he's not on the strong side. He's probably on the weak side.
I have to confess my initial thoughts when I saw this were included, well, wait a minute. I mean, if he's taking playing time from someone who's younger, that's not right. But he's got as much right to play football as anybody else if he tries out. And yeah, I mean, it's not like nepotism or anything where he's getting special privileges. He tried out. Looks like he made the team.
The other part of it, too, is it should pump you up as a 19-year-old, 20-year-old, 21-year-old, 18-year-old. If you're out there and a 47-year-old gentleman is outworking you, like you said, that as a coach, you're probably able to say, look at OG over here getting it in. Outworking you, young fella.
Yep.
We got to make some sense here. So, I'm pretty sure as a coaching staff, hopefully they just didn't keep him around for, just to prove a point to some of the youngsters. Hopefully he gets a little burn, a little Rudy action. Get him in there.
People are in so much better condition than they used to be. I can remember when I was young, and it seemed like you'd occasionally hear about a player like a George Blanda or somebody in baseball is like, he's still pitching and he's 37 or 38. It's like, oh my goodness. Now that's like almost the prime of your career.
Yeah. That's true. That's very true. Tom Brady with the avocado ice cream.
There was a time when that was unthinkable to do what he's done or what LeBron's doing. That's why no one's done it before.
Yeah, you're speaking facts there. We were talking about the Steelers. Have you had an opportunity to see James Harrison over the last week or two? Like, he just feels like he's getting bigger and stronger and more of an animal every single time. Like, for whatever reason, he's on the coaching staff there, and I saw him. They were coming down to their field, which is like a drop down coming down the hill, and there's like a walkway pavement, and someone was doing an interview or something with him, and I'm just like, man, this dude is what you aspire to do. This is what I'm inspiring to look like when I'm at 50 or whatever he is. I think he's like 51 or something. So.
Yeah. I will confess, I have thought a time or two, and this isn't not anymore, but in the past, like, wow, I wonder if I could go like to some, junior college and try to make the team as a walk-on. And obviously I thought better of it, which I'm glad I did. But
how long ago were these thoughts taking place?
I don't know, Jay. It didn't cross my mind, That would be a cool thing to do. And it's like, no, it'd probably be terrible, but it crossed my mind. But my point is, and people say this, and then as you say, when you get a little older, you learn that, it's true. It's when you're older, you can play whatever it is. You can play softball or baseball or whatever it is. It's just the next day, it's so hard to come back. Ooh. When you're younger, let's do it again. When you're older, I'm going to need like a week and a half.
Couple days.
So football's probably the best game for that, because although you have to practice and everything, but at least you have one game a week.
What's the sport right now, Stretch, that, and it could be intramural, of course, right?
Any of them.
Anything. What's the one that right now you're like, you know what? I'll go out and I'll still dominate.
Flag football would be
Flag
dominant.
football?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Right. I'd like to think basketball, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, no matter the age bracket, no matter who's playing, I'm still going to get mine.
Yeah. And if you want somebody, like, if you're not as concerned about the stick and you want somebody who's going to field their position, Jay, put me out there.
Attaboy.
Yeah.
What's wrong with the stick?
Ain't
got the pop no more?
It was never really a strong suit, if I'm being honest.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You had your Mike Gallego on, like he played good D with the...
If I'm being honest, I was in high school once. I played third base, and they DH'd for me.
What?
Yeah.
Who's the coach?
I think it was Coach Herlocker.
Yeah, Coach Herlocker. We can't have that.
Sophomore team. I had a slick fielding down there, but struggle a little bit with the offensive end of the floor. Yeah.
The aluminum wasn't your strong
my best
suit.
Friend. Yeah.
What about football?
Oh, that's
okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about like any of the Ocho sports, like tag or anything? You good with that? How's your cornhole game? How's your dart game? Pool.
I don't think you want to mess with me in cornhole.
Oh, you got skills?
I think I do.
Okay.
But I don't play that much. I just, when I play, I feel like I'm doing pretty good. If I played against somebody good, I'd probably be like humiliated. But since you and I are just talking here, oh yeah.
Okay.
Let's do it.
So
I'm
you got
bad at ping pong.
Ooh.
Table tennis, as we call it.
Okay.
Yeah.
You got a little bit of stroke
I'll
in you?
switch you up.
Okay.
Like, hey, I'll beat you. Yeah, but I'm playing left-handed. Let's see what happens when I play right-handed.
That a boy. I like it. So so what's the number one? Is it flag football?
Being
tennis?
honest, it probably wouldn't be as quick as I think I would be.
Okay.
Yeah, probably table tennis. I'll take you on table tennis. But I'd like to play a little flag football. Football is so much fun.
It is.
And I've said this many times, and it's idiotic, but I believe it. One of the worst things about getting a little older is that you get to a point where your friends do not want to play flag or touch football anymore.
Very true.
Nobody wants. Like,
Nobody.
what are you, an idiot?
Yeah.
It's like, no, but it's so much fun.
Well, you know what happens, Whitey, especially as gentlemen. We get out there and our mind starts to tell us, you know what?
Right.
The competitive juices start to flow, gets a little more physical, a little more rough.
Yeah.
And things start to happen. And I'm not saying, any ill will, but then, like you talked about, you do that on a Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
Wednesday, you're looking around, you're like, man, my thigh's still sore.
Yeah,
What's going on here? And then
it
takes 2 weeks.
What's that on the floor? Oh, it's my spleen. That's not supposed to be there.
No,
yeah.
sir.
Yeah. So all the best to Justin Buzzard, 47-year-old defensive end for the San Jose City College Jaguars. Get ready, Justin. Make sure you're in shape because we're running right at you,
Yeah,
brother.
you better believe it. And if I don't know the division, the conference that San Jose State plays in, but if they have any issue with playing like San Francisco City, those type of San Mateo, like those Santa Rosa's got a good junior college. Like there's some good Bay Area football programs. Yeah, buddy. Some of them boys are getting ready to run at you. Yeah, I have no clue who they play. You get up here. You start to deal with some of ours and Butte and teams like that. Boy, it's going to be cooking.
Plus, he's a pastor, so if he misses a tackle, dadgummit, golly, I wish I'd made that tackle. Good for him.
Stretch, you got a little issue today, huh?
No, he's a pastor. That's good. A good example for the other youngsters on the team. When we come back, we'll wrap things up. Contract hold-in or actual tightness. Could CMC's situation, could it be a little of both? Maybe a little bit of both there? It's next with the Drive Guys, Sactown Sports.
Take Sactown Sports with you everywhere you go with the Sactown Sports app. The most in-depth coverage of the Kings and 49ers. A library of written and video content. And all your favorite personalities all in one place. Download the Sactown Sports app today and get in on the action. Your local sports leader. Sactown Sports 1140.
When you see this in your kitchen,
The stainless steel fridge is covered in fingerprints.
you hear this.
Leslie, people are going to think you were raised in a barn or by wolves or raised in a barn by wolves.
Fortunately, Wyman Stainless Steel 3-in-1 cleans, shines, and protects to give you the best shine. A spray and a wipe will have your fridge shining like a mirror.
Wow, my fridge looks brand new. Your fridge looks amazing, Leslie. Sorry, I was being a little dramatic earlier.
Your kitchen says a lot about you. Let it brag with Wyman.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
John's day is off to a slow start. So he heads to AutoZone, where he can get a battery for under $100. Lonnie, a local AutoZoner, tests his battery for free. Looks like he just needs a charge, and Lonnie does that for free too. In no time at all, John is back on the road, ready to finish the day strong. Free battery testing and charging at every store. No hassles, just help.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Toyota's national sales event is on. Save big on Toyota's 21 hybrid and electrified models. Score deals on the 50 MPG Corolla Hybrid and 51 MPG Camry. Get 1.99% APR on the all-electric 2026 CHR. Or get 0% APR plus $500 finance cash on that fully electric 2026 BZ and the BZ Woodland. Toyota's national sales event is on now. Stop by your local Toyota dealer today. Toyota, let's go places. Offers available through TFS to buyers with premium rated credit. Cannot be combined with other offers. Ends 8/31/26.
Hi, I'm Justin Gingery from the law firm of Gingery, Hammer, and Associates. When you have been injured by the fault of another, you will want advice you can trust. If you know an attorney you can trust, I hope you call that person. But if you don't, please call me. I promise I will be the attorney you can trust. Along with my partner and associates, I have been helping accident survivors recover for their injuries for over 25 years. And we can help you. There's no charge for calling, so please call us today.
When you get an injury, Just call Gingery.
The Drive Guys with Kevin Gleason and Alan Stiles on Sactown Sports 1140. The Drive Guys with Kevin Gleason and Alan Stiles.
Yeah, Alan's got Rivercats duties tonight. He'll be back with us tomorrow. Just a few more moments left in the show. We still got plenty of pizza left in the box, but we still have not been able to locate a Texans fan, a Jags fan, or a Cards fan. We did locate a Titans fan and a Tampa Bay fan. So we would appreciate it if you're a fan of the Texans, the Jags, or the Cards. You get a chance to just shoot us a text or hit us up in the chat or give us a call, and we just want to know how many of y'all are out there. I want to see if we can find any Texans, Jags, or Cards fans, because we're thinking there probably aren't as many around here. We know they're out there.
Can we carry it over until tomorrow?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
All right. Good.
Yeah. But the winners, if you will, of this contest so far are the Titans, because one of their fans has already checked in.
Yeah. They got in early, too.
Mm-hmm.
Very early.
Yeah. I'm just wondering, Jay, what's going on with CMC. He was there today, didn't participate in the joint practice, and the 49ers are saying, no, there's nothing going on contract-wise. Don't you think it could be a little bit of both? I mean, yeah, he's not going to play if he's experienced any kind of tightness, and I know Ian Rappaport said, yeah, there's some tightness. It doesn't make sense for him to play. He's a guy that always keeps himself game shape anyway. But on some level, there's got to be something. Maybe it's not, I'm not playing till we work it out, but they've had to have conversations about his contract, right? If he's on a 2-year, $30-something million deal, $12.5 million this year, non-guaranteed, and with the market, they've had conversations. Maybe it's amicable, but they've had to have talked to him about it.
I would think so. I would definitely think so. It's one of those things, if you see everybody else around you getting deals, you would at least check the temperature on your deal, wouldn't you?
Mm-hmm.
Like, wait a minute, where's all this money coming from? And it's not coming from your facilities, but if it's coming from the league, I would say, well, look, I've been one of the top running backs in the league, and now a bunch of the young guys, the Bijans, the Gibbs, and guys like that, JT, everybody's getting paid. Saquon got paid 2 years ago, or last year, maybe 2 years ago. I should be next in line. So I would definitely have a conversation about it, no doubt about it.
Mm-hmm. One of the things that's interesting about the dynamics of this whole discussion is that Mike Florio from Pro Football Talk is the one that, how would you say, he went public with this notion that some people think that it has to do with CMC holding in. And, Mike Florio he's not averse to being critical of Kyle Shanahan and the 49ers. So Kyle Shanahan said, I think they make a lot of assumptions, and that would be one that they're wrong on. I think if it wasn't Christian and we were in a game week, I think he would play today, talking about McCaffrey and the joint practice. So, yeah, where is that all coming from? Why is Mike Florio going after that if that's not really what's going on?
Whitey, I hate to be on Alan's side with this, but
Why?
I dislike if there was a game he would play today conversation. I don't think you need to say that. I think we know at this point in preseason, these aren't major, minus, 1 or 2 injuries that we've had for the 49ers. Of course, running back, broken ribs, because we got absolute dogs as linebackers and they don't know when to pull it back. But beside that, and Ricky P, of course, beside that, the tightness, the hammies, the pecs are a little sore. I'm a little tired. Got to get a little more hydrated. Those type of things. I think we know if this was a regular season game, they would play. I don't necessarily think you need to say that all the time.
It is a little concerning for me, mildly concerning, that the season's not even starting yet, and you've got some of these injury issues. For example, Coach Shanahan talking about Bosa. who has missed the past couple of weeks after doing individual drills only during the opening days of practice. Quote, he's making a lot of progress. He's got a lot less irritation, soreness, tendinitis, whatever you want to call it, than he had last week. He's going the right direction, and I see him similar to Christian. Yeah. Given that the 49ers in the past have not been above kind of trying to conceal how badly injured somebody like CMC was, I just, I read that and it's like, okay. I mean, you say irritation, soreness, tendinitis, whatever you want to call it. I just, Jay, this older team that enters every season with some of these injuries, at some point they're going to have to win one of these things, right?
Yeah, Whitey, I'd say this, though. That one scares me way more than the CMC, Mike Evans. Mm-hmm. The Bosa one, because of the type of injury that he's coming off of, to me, I could even see him missing first 4 games. Like in 49er style. Well, we thought, and you just touched on it, we thought he was going to be back, but the irritation wasn't there and the swelling still needs to go down. We're going to put him on the injured reserve list and he's going to miss the first 4 games. I kind of, and I'll be honest, as a 49er fan, maybe this is just me trying to temper down the expectations. I don't expect Bosa to be back for week 1.
Really?
I don't. No,
Then there's no way Kittle's going to be back.
No,
right?
I don't think so either. I'd be super surprised because of the Australia trip and having to be on a plane for so long and all those different things. I didn't expect for Bosa and Kittle to be there game 1. Now, game 2, different story. But also, Kittle and Bosa are coming off horrific injuries. So I wouldn't, if they missed the first 4 games, it wouldn't surprise me, especially knowing how the 49ers operate.
Yeah. Mike or are operated on by like surgeons. Mike Evans returned from a tight quad last week, according to ESPN, took part in most of today's practice, but stopped before the final periods. He initially had his left foot wrapped in ice before watching the end of the session with that ice pack relocated to his left quad.
Yeah, that's old man injuries.
Yeah, and Shanahan said, they just said he has some tightness.
Yeah, old man injuries.
I love that. They said he has tightness. Like, what? They said it. I don't know.
Well, you know how the coaches are. I don't really know. They told me that, he's this and that, yeah.
So we're just going to be smart taking him out. I don't think it's anything worse. So we'll see when we get in there, but nothing that I'm worried about right now.
Well, you should be. You should be. Because of the history of this team, because of the history of Mike Evans, because of the history of Bosa and Kittle and Dre Greenlaw and DeMarcus Robinson. I mean, we can go on. And Trent Williams. And, I said it before last season. I'm going to say it here again. I I walked the plank saying that the Texans and the Lions will make the Super Bowl. And I may change it, but I'm going to walk the plank. The 49ers, George Kittle, Nick Bosa, Trent Williams, Mike Evans, Dre Greenlaw. Let me think about it. Probably McCaffrey. Juszczyk.
Yeah.
Definitely a few of those D linemen. Maybe Ronaldo Green.
Yeah.
All of these guys will miss a game.
I would scoff at that, but you said it last year and you were right. Did you say Trent? Did you include Trent?
I said Trent, yeah. Trent will miss a game. And, I mean, that's just us going into the season knowing that those guys will miss a game. Now, the other, Brendo was out. I think Demo missed a game last year. Maybe he didn't. I know Mustafa started the year hurt. Jair started because, remember, we had the veteran back there for a little bit. I mean, it's inevitable. It is Charlie. If Kirk makes the team, yeah, he will. I'm trying to think of a few other guys. We know Cowing can't stay healthy. Debo's probably going to miss some games, too.
Cowing might not even make the team.
He may not.
Yeah.
He may not. But, I'm just sitting there thinking about a lot of the guys. Like, Debo's going to miss a few games, no doubt about it.
And you just hope that most of them are ready to go when the games matter the most.
True. And hopefully mix and match that 2 of the guys are here versus one of the guys. That's how the 49ers, they've been lucky in that form, that more times than not, When Trent misses, Kittle's there. When Kittle misses, Juszczyk is there. When Juszczyk misses, McCaffrey's there.
Is Brock playing every game, or did you have him on
I'm
your
going to say
list?
yes. No, I'm thinking he's going to play every game.
There we
this
go.
year. Yeah, I think Brock's going to be the Iron Man of the squad.
How about Stribby? Strip
yeah,
Club.
Of course, baby.
Yeah.
We're not starting that stuff. Stribby going to be here for the next 10 years.
Nice.
He's the next 49er great wide receiver.
Mm-hmm.
Great health.
Mm-hmm. And Fred, you didn't say Fred's not on your list.
No,
was he?
Fred's playing every game this year.
Yeah.
Baby. He's playing every game. Captain America is back.
All right.
Give him a shield.
All right.
Dre Greenlaw, though, he will miss a few.
You know what else is back? Thunder Showdown. Thunder Showdown 5 is coming to Thunder Valley. Oh, what you could do here is call in now, 339-1140, 1-800-920-1140, for a chance to win a pair of tickets for Thunder Showdown 5 at the venue at Thunder Valley, Saturday, September 5th. Must be 21 to enter. What number are you looking for, Jay?
How about 3?
Number 3. Caller number 3 right now on your way to the Thunder Showdown. Thanks for being with us. We appreciate it. We're back with you tomorrow. Have a pleasant evening. Stick around. More great sports talk to come right here on Sactown Sports.